Hello. How's everybody doing? We are
Making a
live.
hot dog.
Ferrix is making a hot dog. He should be there, but he's not.
Nope.
So that's happening.
roasting the
We
wiener.
have. First of all, we want to say welcome. I'm going to stop hitting my mic eventually before the night's over with. I did it again while I said that. Yeah, I'm just like fucking punching in. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we have to ramp it up every week, so.
True.
Yeah. It can't be the same every time. Anyway, I'm going to take this time to say welcome.
hello to my brother-in-law coming in. Sorry, they're just people are gonna say something. Zach, what up?
Hello. Hey, Zach.
Welcome to our vodcast.
Hey, Zach.
What's going on,
We're
Zach?
live on the internet.
Is that beer? Is that a case of beer he's got?
I think it's
Let
Gatorade.
him say hey to the cousin.
For my wife. My wife is shortly to follow.
Thank you,
I'm sure.
Connor. Thank you,
I'll
Connor.
be right back. I need to make sure they're doing okay with the groceries.
Fair
All
enough.
right. We got this, man.
Jesus,
I'll just
man,
keep going.
They can't manage to get groceries in. You're in a long night.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, while they're doing that, we just want to say hey to everybody. Welcome to the 4th episode of the ISN Vodcast. I hope you're all doing fantastic tonight. I know I am. We have with us, even though you can't see them in this order, we have Surfwax, Ferrix, and Sir Camboned.
Hello. Look
How
at
the
the
fuck moderated.
They did not make enough hot dog buns to go with hot dogs. That's just ridiculous.
It's a marketing scam.
Thank you, Crimson, for I try. It's all for you guys. Just know that. So, as always, well, actually, if this is your first time, I'll explain how things are going. I will be moderating this here vodcast as Surf dances his way back into screen. Hello. We have a list of topics on our forum that if you are interested, you can go in and suggest new topics, or you can spend your hard-earned Revlo points to actually submit topics on the fly, and we'll see them. I will see them pop up, and we will hit them with more intensity and focus than if you were just to throw in a forum post. We like us in general, like we the admins of ISN and some of the other members, we post forum topics as well. We try and hit them randomly as to not have like an order. I also don't like to tell them the questions I'm going to ask before I ask them, because I like to get their answer on the spot without them thinking about it too much, because I think it's exciting and fun. But yeah,
What
so
if the
that's
ones
it.
that get redeemed in Revlo got asked with more intensity?
I mean, like me, you want me to yell at you about it?
Not well, maybe.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
I mean, I can.
Could they be?
I want you to
There's the
walk
hot
across
dog.
the room. and just scream at
A
me.
fucking half-gallon of milk tanker. What
Why
the
did you just-
hell?
Why do you just bring the whole jug, dude?
Jesus. Because he doesn't want to look like a monster.
Like,
Why don't you bring the whole freaking cow, Ferrix?
fucking liter of milk.
Your microphone's
man.
muted, buddy.
Yeah, it's cool. Just let him keep going.
I said, I wish
fun.
I wish I did have a damn cow out in the yard. I'd be sucking on a tit in the yard right now because I love me some
geez.
milk.
That's
Wow.
gross. It's way too much.
That got weird.
No, it's not.
All
God,
right.
weird fast.
Starting off strong.
Welcome,
Oh my
everybody.
God.
Welcome.
All right. So, I mean, you can, Zachariah, feel free to use some Revlo points, and I'll explain it. All right. Well, you guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
Use a
Okay.
wrestle point. I'll explain it. That's quality. No viewer interaction here without points, kids.
Oh man.
You gotta pay if you
Denise-
want to play.
Denise has it covered. Oh, anyway, so I mean, I will. Now that Ferrix took a bite, if you don't mind, would you explain like what ISN is about? Just in general, you know, kind of what is ISN?
Yeah. So, we're good to see.
Get the wiener out of your mouth first.
Oh, it's so good though. So, we're a group of streamers that got together and decided that we wanted to help promote each other and find smaller streamers like ourselves and help them get the recognition they need to kickstart their career and hopefully to be able to help some guys do this as a career, because that's kind of why we're all here, is to do it as a career. And so that's it. I mean, I think we had what, six or seven people come over together and kind of make one Discord. Originally, truth be told, it was because we were too lazy
Whoa.
to jump into each other's Discord. Um, like if Surf was playing, we'd have to go jump in Discord. If Will was playing, we'd have to go jump in Discord. And heyo.
Yeah, we got our first
And,
bits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first
Cool.
bits, right?
Hey,
Oh,
thank you,
it's
man. I
so cool.
appreciate it.
It's like,
Yep, absolutely.
it's momentous.
Remind us later.
So,
We're gonna
yeah,
need to
so
send
now-
you bits later too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, while that topic's up, I mean, I think this is a good time of any to announce that ISN has officially been invited to become a Twitch affiliate. So look at that. Look, you're getting all sorts of stuff right now. 420. Connor, I love you.
Oh my god. Just one of them really hard.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Remind me that I have two stories that involve me losing my wedding ring from doing motions like that.
Sticky note I. Remind Surf to tell wedding ring stories.
Yep, I'd be more than happy.
I do that.
Those
every
are
time I
also
type
the
anything,
two
by way.
occasions in which my wife almost divorced me and or murdered me.
Oh,
So,
oh, I gotta hear these.
Very nice. All right.
More
Well,
soon to
if you
come.
yeah, probably.
preach it.
Maybe
Preach it.
tonight.
All right. Well, so that kind of covers one of the first topics that I wanted to talk about, was just how ISN formed. That was one of the questions that we got on the topic. So I just wanted to know, like, kind of how ISN, came to be, sort of thing. And we'll move kind of into the next topic, and this can obviously
Although it
it's a
wasn't
it's a
finished, but okay. That's good.
oh well, let me here, let me just
I guess.
There we go.
So, as I was saying,
Oh, wait.
I guess Will's tired of me talking. It initially started off because we were lazy and we wanted
Ferrix, your microphone's not working.
lies.
I just want to see this again.
Well, thanks. So anyway, I mean, so we started getting the
Yeah, statue
that's-
Ferrix. Yeah,
that's
let's
cute.
see that happen.
you're
Only
moving.
once.
yeah.
It's all right.
So it was initially because we were lazy and we didn't want to jump amongst other discords. Truth be told, but once we got together, yeah, we decided we wanted to form a community, and a lot of the admins are just, man, they're a bunch of great guys. They really are. Like mindset, hung out with each other a lot, and said, hey, what? Let's start a community. Let's try and help other people. Who's that in the back? Oh, look at that.
Oh Jesus! I wasn't even looking.
Oh my gosh.
Thank
She
you.
startled me.
Hi.
Thank you.
Everybody says you're awesome.
Yes. She is.
She gave a very
Anyway.
half-hearted. Oh,
Mm.
thank you."
Yeah,
Community,
fuck
and
off.
the rest is history. So go ahead, Will. Sorry.
We keep getting distracted. My bad. Well, I mean, it leads us into the next topic, which is somebody asked us what our plans are for the future of ISN. And I think, Surf, I'm going to put you on the spot here. I think you have a good way of explaining it. So, like, where do we see the future of ISN? Or where do we see us going?
I guess ultimately just being a place where, again, our major focus is always on small streamers. And as streamers grow, I know Ferrix and I have had conversations about this, back like when he was saying, we were talking about even joining Discords and stuff. And I guess the ultimate purpose is we'd like to grow and groom streamers into becoming successful, lifelong career streamers. And eventually, send them off to college and just watch them continue to be successful. I mean, we all have our individual streams, so we have, individualized goals like that with ourselves. But as a community, I'd love to continue seeing us grow and watching our communities interact with each other. I think is one cool thing. People I've brought from my stream before we joined an ISN, people that you've brought, people that Ferrix has brought, people that Cam's brought, and just the coolest thing I think to me is just how close all of us have become in our daily interactions, and just checking in to make sure everybody's okay, and that's something that I don't think a lot of communities have out there, is that personal connection with the streamer and the personal connection and within the varying different communities. I mean, we definitely have a lot of different game genres represented, and it's just it's a cool thing to see, all of us come together like that. So
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. And additionally, and we mentioned this the other day when we were having our weekly admin and moderator meeting, is the fact that, not only did us that, kind of created ISN bring in the members, but we were constantly getting new people in. Just earlier, we had somebody, in, and we're like, hey, oh, who is this? It's a new person, et cetera, et cetera. We're constantly, every single one of our official streamers is going above and beyond to bring people into the fold. And it's almost like, I forget what it's called, but you know how it's almost, I don't want to say pyramid scheme, but it's that idea of it's that idea of
it's
one
the trickle
person
down economics of it all.
Exactly. So it's like the idea of you tell one person, that one person tells two persons, et cetera, exponents, et cetera. But it's we're growing really, really fast, and it's surprising actually to me. If we're gonna be honest, I honestly didn't expect us to be this successful, and just today.
Thank you, Will.
I mean, I'm just being honest here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's not what I do.
That's right.
I just didn't. I mean, I didn't expect it. I knew we would have fun, but as far as the rate of growth, I mean, our ISN channel, the one that we use twice a week, is affiliated. I mean, just we almost have 100 followers. I mean, it's just it's crazy, honestly, if you think about it, because we've only been doing this for a few months, and it's just blowing up. So
yeah,
it's extremely exciting to me, and I'm extremely excited to see where it goes in the future.
Absolutely.
Barracks, Cam, what do you got?
Yeah, to expand on where we want to go with ISN. I mean, so I do have to want to say I want to say one thing that especially a shout out to the admins, and it kind of leads into what I'm going to talk about. But ISN is without the help of you guys out there that watch us, support us, and let's be honest here, that donate to us. That really helps more than you guys will ever know. And on that end, the admins in ISN are doing a lot of work behind the scenes, and I just want to tell you guys, thank you so very much for that. And but to where we're going to be is that what we would like to see is a couple of things. At least my vision of what I'd like to see ISN do is that I would like ISN to get a reputation of producing good quality streamers out there. If somebody sees somebody with an ISN tag on them, they're going to automatically know through our reputation that they're not douchebags. They're very interactive with chat. They're funny. They're they're really good people. And so once these people get partnered, what we're hoping we'll do is that our eventual goal is to get people to the point where they don't need us anymore. Now, they may want us and want to stay with us. That'd be great. But if somebody says, hey, Cam, you've got 14,000 viewers every time you turn on the PC. I'm a small streamer. How do I get to where you go? And Cam hopefully would say, well, I'll tell you who you need to go check out. Go check out ISN. Check them out. And eventually, now that our channel has gotten affiliate, hopefully we can get to a partner status. And once we get to where we can make some money at this, whether that be the streamers putting back into ISN or ISN making money on its own, we're going to help do other things. We're going to help help streamers get started, have events for streamers. I mean, hell, maybe you guys will see us at TwitchCon one day with a booth. We'd love to have ISN vacation time. That hey, it's
all the time to head to Oktoberfest.
Yeah, exactly, Oktoberfest.
Tiny little double horns.
I think going along with that, and I know all four of us here are admins in the ISN. For those of you who aren't aware of that, I think it'd be cool not to throw in some weird admin brainstorming stuff in here, but I think it'd be cool to see us grow to the point where if we have a streamer come in who's really successful, really popular, and very active in the community, and they're wanting to stay and participate and put into the community, what kind of benefits they've gotten from it. I'd like to see some kind of like streamer mentoring type relationships to build where somebody who for whatever reason they just got that magic spark in their stream, to have somebody that is needing that or wanting advice, to get that kind of information from them. That'd be really cool. So that's
absolutely.
But yeah, sorry, go ahead, Ferrix. Didn't mean to just kind of jump in there.
That was pretty much about it. I mean, there's just the more the popular we get, the more we can do, but it will always be focused on helping small streamers get more notoriety. And man, if we could see a couple of people be able to do this for a living, that would be amazing. I would really love that. What about you, Cam? What's your thought on that?
Well, I mean, you guys pretty much said everything that I wanted to say in that short amount of time. I just sat back and I was like, yeah, they're gonna hit all of the nails on all of the heads.
And then we're gonna say, Cam, your turn.
and then they're gonna go, hey Cam,
what something different.
Do it. Go on, I dare you.
All out of nails, find some screws.
I think I'd love to see one of the things I would love to see in the future is to pop on the Discord and be like, wow, just how I want to get to a point where, and I know you guys will agree with me on this, and I can see it in the future. I know it's going to happen. I want to get to a point where it becomes almost difficult to manage. I want to have that big community that we let's say someone comes in, like you guys have said, that's a smaller streamer and they're really needing some help, and we can all come together with however many people we have and go give them advice. Maybe give them a couple games here and there to play, things like that. That's what I really want to shoot for, is to be able to get to that point where it's not an issue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a really good point as well. I mean,
well,
go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to, but like that was one thing that I remember us talking about specifically when we started thinking about this official streamer title that we have and that we give out to people who apply for it and that kind of thing, is that we don't want to sound like big jerks or like that we're being elitist, but like we want that position to be coveted, because when this community gets freaking huge, and that's honestly where we all believe it's going to be, it's going to get big. We're either going to run into a problem of, manpower and not being able to sustain having like 300 official streamers, or we're going to run out of resources in terms of, monetary stuff. But like, we want, like Ferric said, we want those official streamers to know that they're supported by us, that people who go into those official streamers streams, they know what they're getting. They know they're getting a quality streamer that's been reviewed by us, that has applied out of their own free will to be reviewed and kind of criticized by us. And that's always, keeping the quality there is something that's really neat. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And like it's you brought up a really good point about the elitist factor. And like I catch myself sometimes I don't know, like a feeling that, like, I don't know how to explain this, but like I don't want to be that elitist. And then but you have to think, like you said, the quality. Like every single one of our official streamers is amazing at what they do. And like currently, we have 2 weeks, for all of the admins and moderators to go check out their streams, check out their VODs, and we vet them, and we talk about them, and we not to put like the admins and mods on a pedestal here. I mean, we obviously don't have all the answers, but with our combined knowledge, we have a lot of streaming experience, and we look at these guys and we see how they are with talking to viewer interaction and just their general personality, etc. And it goes into it a lot, and we really try to hone in on those guys that are really energetic and huge personalities, etc. So I don't know, I think you brought up a really good point with the quality thing.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things that's just hopefully going to set us above the rest. We do include everybody in the community. We don't want to seem standoffish or anything, but if you do want that extra little bit of support from us, we're not we're chasing people down because we were trying to pull people into the community. It's up to those people individually after that to want to be reviewed and to want to say, yes, I need this community to help me get better, and that's what we're trying to help with, and like you said, we're trying to figure it out as we go along. This is all new to us.
Absolutely. And to answer one of Zach's questions, what about the shirts? I'm not sure if everybody in here is in, let's see, I think everybody in here is in our Discord. So two of the things that we're doing is one, we've made our own business cards. I think, Will, you just picked up yours not too long ago.
I got mine today, this morning.
I've got
actually.
some. I believe Carl is getting some, and one of our mods, Trent, is getting some. So, we've made those. We've come up with a design, and that I believe has been in lobby. But I'll post that in a minute for those who haven't seen it. But another thing we want to do is for all of our official streamers, we're getting them shirts, and I will take Will. I'll take Surfs. I'll take Surfs as a matter of fact. And
Okay,
I will.
so, hey, what are we
This
doing
is
here?
what they look like, guys. Let's see. Here is the front.
Here, if you want to post me the link, just throw the link.
can
I'll put
put
it
it
up
up.
on podcast. Yeah.
Cover me up for a second so I can eat a giant bite of this burrito.
Yeah, totally, dude.
I will. Hold on. I'll put them in there, and you can link them.
Yeah.
Ferrex
totally,
is
dude.
freaking eating hot dogs. I don't know what you want me to do.
Oh, just kidding. You can't see it. I lied. I don't have the monitor capture on.
All
It's a
right,
window
F
capture.
it. We're eating burrito.
I lied. There you go. But
There you go. Anyway, if you check in Discord, guys, and maybe by the end of it, maybe we'll be able to
there, I did it. I fixed it.
put one in the stream.
I did.
But so one of the benefits and one of the reasons that we cover is we want to take care of these guys. We want to make sure that our official streamers now, of course, all of our admins except for Denise, and she is too as well. As a matter of fact, she started to stream a little bit. We're streamers, and so we are as ISN. We're funding and getting these guys these T-shirts, to show unity and this that. It's kind of as a benefit of hey, you did the work. Here's your reward. So it's starting out small. I know it's just a shirt, but I think they look pretty neat. But that's kind of one of the things. And as we get bigger, we'll be able to do more and more as we get bigger, as the channel gets bigger, and and so far most everybody that has been an official streamer has, they donate every now and then. They kick $5 or $10 here, and it means more to us than you'll ever know. Not only because it's our streamers reinvesting back into us after we've invested in them, but these guys are still small streamers, and a $5 tip. I know for me, I get excited over $5. It's like finding a $5 on the ground. Like, yes, oh $5, thank God. And so it really means a lot. But what, going back with where we're going, what we'd like to see is that, if Cam goes and makes, if we all get partnered and we're all making, $20,000 a year off of our stream alone, then, I personally am going to reinvest back into ISN, and keep it going, because it's something I believe in. But we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, I think we beat that dead horse. So moving on. I would like to. I think so. This is the question I almost mentioned to you guys before, and I was like, you know what? I'll just wait because I think it's very interesting. But the question is how difficult is it to play a game with another streamer, dealing with each of you responding to chat in Discord, or chat and Discord, I should say. So,
I think Surf wants to answer that.
I ran into this issue playing with Carl. If you guys see him in chat. Carl and I, when we were first kind of starting to figure out how to stream simultaneously, we were running into that issue of we want to be in Discord because we want to have an active presence when we're live in the Discord, right? But the issue was he had his viewers and I had my viewers, and we were both live streaming at the same time, and it was getting very difficult for us to communicate to each other, and then to randomly in our conversation, hey man, thank you so much for stopping by, I appreciate you dropping this, doing one of those kind of things in the middle of trying to strategize and actually provide content for our viewers. And also, it was weird when Carl was doing shout outs to his viewers, while my viewers were listening and getting confused. And I think the way that we solved it was that we would be in different channels in the Discord, but we would use the in-game voice function to try and communicate with one and each other. So we had more of a push to talk type of a thing. That was a huge step for us, because once we figured that out, it was a lot less frustrating.
Yeah, that's you. Nerveka was also making that point in chat. It was the push to talk. I personally, I hate push to talk because I always forget to. I forget to push it, and I'll be sitting there like, why the fuck isn't this guy listening to me? You need to, get to where you're supposed to be going, et cetera, et cetera. And I will have forgotten to press the button. So I don't know. To me, so when I stream with other streamers. I have a bot that throws out multi-Twitch links. So multi-Twitch is a way that you can watch multiple people's streams at the same time. So what I do is if I'm streaming with another streamer, I'll have my bot send out multi-Twitch links for both of us, and then that way they can watch both of our streams and understand kind of who they're listening to. So I can have more of a conversation with the other streamer. And we also understand, when we're talking to our viewers, etc. And I feel like it works. I don't know. I feel like it works a little better for me that way, because then it's not quite so confusing to the people in my stream who have no idea who I'm talking to. So, what about you guys? I'm gonna grab another beer while you guys finish up this topic.
I don't really have like a good solution for it, because I know that you and I have both streamed together while playing a game. Yeah. And I would recommend that push to talk would probably be it's more than the way to go. It's like the perfect solution if you're somebody who remembers to hit the button, because I know that for me that's one of my problems is like, in a pinch, like we'll use Players Unknown Battleground as an example, because I know Will and I play that together a lot. If I'm in the middle of a firefight and I'm trying to scream, he's at 280 degrees, I'm going to forget to hit the button. I'm going to die. And I'll be like, what the fuck? And then like, oh, whoops. I forgot to hit the thing. So I usually just deal with having like multiple conversations go on at once. Although it's kind of sloppy, I'm used to it. So it doesn't really bother me that much.
Yeah, that makes sense. Barracks, what about you?
Yep. I totally agree. I mean, I don't really have that much of a problem as you guys do, because I don't have a lot of people in chat most of the time. And most recently I've been playing single player games. I call it the Telltale series. But no, I mean, I kind of agree with Cam. I mean, make something push to talk, whether that be in-game voice or, because pretty much what I've seen happen is that if, let's just say Cam and I are in Discord, and we've each got our channel, but there's in-game voice, and I'll just mute Cam for me in Discord, and we'll use in-game voice to chat. That way anybody else that's in the channel can hear it and we can talk. I just won't be able to hear him. But
so I guess apparently I'm on the odd side of the playing field for this one, because I mean, to me it adds to the stream, especially if you're playing with the other person, because I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be confusing at certain points, but a lot of the time, if I need to have a conversation with just my stream, like if I'm signing off or if I'm having a conversation with one of the viewers or whatever, I'll deafen in Discord, and then it's just me and my viewers. I don't know. I feel like that's more personal, and I feel like again, like I just can't remember to hit the fucking push to talk button. So I mean, that's probably what it all boils down to anyway. So
Yep.
I agree with your point when saying, I mean, like when I'm done playing a game, first of all, I guess if I'm playing a game with everyone in the Discord who is playing the same game as me, I totally get that. If there's more than one streamer in there, it gets difficult. And definitely, like you said, when you sign off, it's like I almost tell the people in the Discord, hey guys, I got to sign off. Boom. And then mute, and then have your one-on-one time to make I love with your followers. But yeah, I mean, that is a good point. It's important to, figure out a way to differentiate who you're talking to when you're talking, and you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Well, hopefully that kind of answered that question, and you guys got enough information on that one. So, I mean, since we're on the topic of streamers here, actually, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up because we've been on the streaming topic for a while. So we're gonna switch it up because I like to, when I mod these, I like to throw curveballs in there. And we had a little bit of a conversation earlier, and this isn't on the forum. This is just right out the old noggin here. But what is something that you eat?
Jesus, Ferris. Good God.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. It was distracting me as well.
His piss is gonna be
murdered an
white.
entire. He just murdered an entire gallon of milk. Anyways,
You're
what
gonna
is
hear-
something?
Yeah.
Gross.
You're gonna hear.
Yeah. He literally created the gallon of milk challenge. That's what he did.
I think I could do it personally.
Nope.
Probably.
That loogie's gonna be able to stretch about 3 feet out from his mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, when you spit, there's a little bridge, a white bridge.
Gross. That's
You know it's bad when it
disgusting.
touches the ground before it leaves your mouth.
Oh.
Oh my God.
All right,
Anyways,
that's
moving on. What is? I mean, honestly, I don't even want to. And for everybody, yeah, so Ferrix is having a lovely ISP issues, so we understand his video is just a little choppy. Just bear with us. So don't crucify us, Crimson. I know you have a tendency to do that midstream. It's cool, man. Another mod for ISN. Excuse me. What is something that you eat that is weird? Just in general. Just, do you eat, like, because I have friends that just eat weird shit. They put weird condiments on things that just shouldn't be on there. And I just want to know, is there something that you guys eat that you find odd? Or are you one of those, like, super picky eaters that only eats, like, one thing? First.
Well, you don't get this physique by being picky, right? So we'll just go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room right there. But I have tried. I mean, I don't know. See, I guess it all really depends on your surroundings, because I got introduced to something that I thought was really fucked up, but I was like, hey, I'll try it. And that is beans. Like when you heat up beans, hot beans, and mayonnaise, mix those together, and that is pretty awesome.
Never in my freaking life.
I
Are you
love
kidding
beans
me?
and I love mayonnaise, but I'm not doing that.
I thought the same, and they said, look, just try it. I said, look, you make some, and then I'll try it, and then it's good. But I mean, I've eaten some crazy crap. Like I've eaten monkey brains before. I eat escargot. I love them to death. I will not eat frog legs though, or any like pig's feet. I won't eat any of that weird shit because it just, I don't know. I've never tried it. I've never had Rocky Mountain oysters, but I'll try them. But that's it. I mean, like I said, I haven't really. If it's like a real edible thing, I'll try it. But I don't know. I like putting ranch dressing on anything. But
Well, yeah,
it's really weird.
So, I mean, you mentioned furious typing. You mentioned, what are you guys doing right now? Am I missing something?
No,
Yes.
you're not missing anything.
Anyways, so if I need, for me, you mentioned mayonnaise. So I actually make, I make mashed potatoes, like, like the big jugs of mashed potatoes. And I put mayonnaise in it, and nobody knows that it's there.
No.
But it adds.
What?
So I purposely don't tell people that I put it in there because they would have your same reaction where they're like, oh my God, I'm never gonna try that. But I promise, if you tried it, oh yeah, that's good. Love you, sir.
Oh yeah, that's good.
There's gonna be balls in that hand for sure. No doubt in my mind.
Oh my goodness, fantastic.
Well, now that we're on the
If you're
topic of,
watching,
he's not.
There it
Got
is.
work.
There it is.
All
Oh,
right,
there we
so
go.
they have this thing ISN has this thing that they do where one of our members, Galahad, aka what are his other name? Mobius. He has several names.
Oh, yes,
But
2, 3, 3, yeah.
Yeah, he takes photos of us and he photoshops phallic
He does not
objects
Photoshop.
into them or paint. Microsoft
He
Paint.
hand draws them in paint.
That's right.
And it is insane. It is insane.
He's been notified.
The lifelike
Yes.
quality.
With lifelike quality.
It is
Oh,
unbelievable.
Jesus.
Fantastic.
Unbelievable.
He's been notified. Yeah. All right.
He
Anyways,
has been notified.
I see it. I see it in Discord. So anyway, he takes pictures of us and he hand jams phallic objects into them in very strange ways.
For the
It's
layman, that
um,
means he draws a dick on it.
Yeah.
He's that dude in the fucking stall with the Sharpie.
At least one.
Yeah.
At least one dick.
At least one.
Gonna put a vein here.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Cam? You eat some weird shit sometimes?
I mean, I can't really think of anything that would make people go like, okay, well that's kind of weird. Other than something that I got introduced to, I believe by Ashley, who may have gotten it from Belgium when she visited there, and that is French fries and mayonnaise. I thought it was weird at first. I'd never heard of it, but
My wife-
apparently
I like
it's very
mayonnaise.
common. It's delicious.
I like mayonnaise and ketchup like mixed together.
I hate
I like
ketchup.
that. What?
I hate ketchup. I put
How do you
ketchup on
hate
zero
ketchup?
things. It's just
How do
it's
you
gross,
hate-
dude.
You never tried
I don't
ketchup and mayonnaise?
understand.
I mean, in ice cream?
No, I haven't.
What?
But I know somebody that has.
Wait. That's a thing?
Yeah.
Ketchup and ice cream.
hmm Sweet,
Ugh.
salty.
That's all. That's it. That you're just gonna leave it at that? Yeah, it's a thing. Move on.
It's called
You're not gonna
ice
talk
Well,
about
I've
that.
never tried it, but you know,
Just
It's a
move
thing.
on. Just take the ketchup and throw it in the garbage because that's where it belongs.
that's right.
Disgusting.
What's your
Ketchup
condiment
or
of choice
catsup?
then?
My condiment
Ketchup,
of choice,
obviously.
if it's gonna be if it's like a hot dog or something, mustard.
Okay,
hate
I
it.
can see that.
I like mustard a lot too.
I love mustard. But if it's something that like I get at a restaurant or something and it comes with ketchup, I'll generally try it just because like that's how it's intended to be tried. But I will never put ketchup on anything.
That's so. Do you eat meatloaf?
Yeah. Yep.
It's literally fucking covered in ketchup.
I hate it when it's covered in ketchup. A little just like a little glaze of
Jesus,
ketchup.
so you like a
maybe,
big
but
But you put, I
Hamburger.
mean, it's not just ketchup though. I mean, it's ketchup and brown sugar, and it's all melted and
it's-
good. You
yeah.
can totally balance
It's
it
pretty
out.
ketchup though. It's pretty ketchup. Though.
If you're just
Like,
squeezing
technically
fucking
you ate
ketchup on your
ketchup,
meatloaf,
fucking-
you're doing it wrong.
I mean, yeah, if you take a slice of meatloaf and you're like, stop.
Oh Jesus,
Stop
that's probably
right
gonna be
This will
fucking
impress the
screenshot.
ladies. You're like patting it out with
That's
your hands, just trying to smooth all the ketchup out. Maximum
Feels
surface
so
area.
Feels so good.
Man, I can't believe you guys haven't had freaking ramen spaghetti, right? Just ramen noodles and ketchup.
What?
You guys don't ever eat
That sounds like the poorest meal I've ever heard.
Yeah, I know.
ketchup packets
Hey,
from McDonald's.
Yeah, ketchup?
Ketchup packets from McDonald's.
got some ketchup for a ramen today.
You know you're it's bad when you're taking a 50-cent top ramen cup, taking the noodles out, and then subtracting the sauce packet and setting it aside for a later time for soup for later.
Oh man, that's insane. I do like. I used to get the classy. I would get the ramen, and sometimes I would use 2 packets to make it extra sodium-y. Basically, it's like I would put because I mean 1 wasn't enough, and that was so I'd put 2.
Because Will likes extra salt, man.
I mean,
it's true.
growing up,
What are you gonna do?
When we were lazy teenagers growing up, we would take packets of ramen and just like crush them up a little bit and take the package and dump them in and just eat it dry. But I've never.
Are you motorboating top ramen? Jesus.
I
That is
am.
ridiculous. All right. Well, since we're on the topic of eating, what are your guys' opinions on social eating channels?
Hey, you know what? There's some weird stuff that I eat too, but I won't talk about it because you can go to hell.
I asked if there's anybody else.
It's all right.
I asked.
Come on, sir.
Let's hear your opinion on it, Cam. Let's hear your opinion on it, Surf. Let's hear your opinion on it, Ferrix. Next topic, please.
Well, yeah,
It's
you
all
said
good.
it, Surf. You even said it yourself.
I ignored you this time. Will, you missed
Oh,
it.
well, I already talked though. Yeah,
It's all right.
over my head.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Go ahead,
You like
Surf.
that,
Now we're
baby?
gonna all sit here until you say
Yeah,
something.
we're gonna just sit and wait.
Yeah, ready? I'll just.
Sorry, everybody. Cam, you fucking muted your mic. All right, everybody's muted their mic, so I guess I'll do it too. No, I don't really eat anything weird. I guess if I eat anything weird, I wouldn't know that it's weird because I eat it so frequently, anyways. You know,
It's like, I want to talk.
I'm
I
shocked
don't
that you
eat
guys
anything
didn't hear
weird,
about
guys.
freaking ramen spaghetti.
That's weird,
I mean, it
man.
makes
That's
sense.
weird.
Makes sense. I don't.
I
think
mean,
it's
you eat
weird.
it so
I just never
frequently,
done
it's
it.
not weird anymore. I don't know.
But
You
you
know-
know it's weird. You have to know that.
Not really.
You have to know that's weird.
What if you're just hungry? You know? What if you put let's say you put some sriracha on your salad? Is that weird?
I don't like sriracha, so it's not really that weird.
Why
or I
wouldn't you
guess it
put
is weird.
I mean, sriracha goes on just about anything, right?
I don't like it. It's too chilly. It's too
I
much
put
chili.
I put sriracha in chili. That makes sense,
Gross.
right?
That makes sense. Yep, it does.
I mean, I'm just not a big fan of
I don't like
sriracha.
the
So
taste of sriracha, but yeah, it makes sense.
I'm just saying. Sriracha goes on just about anything. I mean, I guess
I will
anything.
I will tell you.
O-Town
I mean,
is doing a trial run of ketchup and ice cream.
that's disgusting.
Denise is trying
Um,
to stop her. Don't do it.
I will say that one of the worst things I've ever eaten is a raw sea urchin. It's so bad. I think it's called uni is what it's called and yeah, it's one of the worst things I've ever it's one of the worst things I've ever put in my mouth. I'll just say it. It's so bad. Like the texture is like it's like blended oysters. Like it's absolutely the word blended raw oysters. It's horrible. Are you guys? What do you guys? You guys are in Discord. What are you guys doing over there?
We're trying to stop Zach from eating ketchup and ice
on-
cream.
See, you guys need to get in our Discord because we talk to Discord while
missing out.
we're doing our
You're missing out.
podcast. All right, so that's so gross. So back to the streaming
Back on
topics.
track.
since-
Bottoms up.
yeah, those are the. I'm gonna have to like minimize. I'm going into another channel on Discord, so I don't have to watch that. What? How often do you guys watch like other streamers? How often do you guys just like peruse Twitch and just watch other people? I know Ferrix does it a lot, but what about you other guys?
I don't do it as much as I should, honestly. I try to, but I spend a lot of time if I'm not streaming. If I'm doing something around the house or something, I'll have like a YouTube video going or something instead. But I used to not it wasn't that long ago actually. I used to watch Twitch like exclusively, so it would be like pretty much all my free time would be watching other streamers, and just not so much just for entertainment, but just like to learn about some of the ways that they handle certain situations and the way that they set up their streams and going into smaller channels and maybe like giving them a view and saying, hey, what's going on and talking to them and stuff like that. But these days, not as much as I used to.
What about
Yeah.
you, sir?
I do still watch Twitch as my time and schedule allows. I know that this week I'm off work, and usually during the summer it picks up because I don't work during the summer, and that's always nice. I do have one specific event I make sure to watch pretty much from start to finish whenever it's on, and it's like maybe a couple weeks long. It's the International Dota 2 tournament every year. That's something that I'm constantly watching when it's on. But as far as like other streamers and other channels and stuff like that, I like to stop by just to see what's up for, I'll watch really popular streamers, starting at the bottom of the list is always fun too. But yeah, I mean, I just, whenever my time allows or my schedule allows it, I try and make it happen. I mean, it's
Yeah.
important to see, it's important to in my opinion, watch people, because then it kind of makes you think about how you are when you're streaming, and maybe you pick up some good habits from them or some good suggestions that they might have as well. So
Yeah, and I'm going to speak for Ferrix on this one because this is going to be part talking about him and, plugging ISN again. Like a lot of a good number, I don't know the number off the top of my head, of our members have been pulled in just from him, just going around Twitch, just finding new people. So I know he does it a lot. And I mean, like you said, Seraph, as your time allows it. I mean, I catch myself whenever I'm going perusing Twitch. It's usually, kind of to see what, real gameplay of a game is like, to see if I want to play it. It's half looking at, the streamer himself or herself, but I don't. Yeah, I think Cam makes a good. Yeah, I don't really do it as much as I should, and yeah, that's why I thought this question was interesting. And Ferrix, you can go ahead because I know you do it. So.
Oh yeah, I do the same thing. I mean, and I mean, like you said, I try to. My thing when I go watch Twitch is, yes, I will admit that it is to recruit more streamers and bring to our community. Um, but yeah, I try to find the ones with lowest, either 0 or maybe 1 person watching, because of what ISN does. But speaking of me watching Twitch, I was like him. I mean, I started watching Twitch solely for the purpose of looking at games before I bought them to see, because a game can be all hyped, but then when you see the actual gameplay, and people on Twitch are brutally fucking honest about that gameplay. I mean,
mhm.
I found the absolute best reviews of what's going on, because if you find somebody like
Is that why you hate every
certain
game ever?
Truth.
whatever. I don't hate every game ever. I like Battlefield 4. See, I like that. I like Smite. I like Cloud Pirates. I like ESO. Anyway.
Pirates.
Cloud
You
Pirates
hate it on
sucks.
ESO. That's a different topic.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. I did go through initially, but since I've started streaming, Twitch has taken on a whole new life for me. I mean, I do exactly like you guys. See, watch for tips, watch how people, one of the things I've been on a kick lately for, I mean, it may seem like I'm kind of an asshole, which wouldn't be far off the mark, but um, is it, I'll go in and I'll chat with somebody like, hey, what's up, man? And then nothing. It's like, you there? Nothing. I'll chat. I'll wait like 10 minutes of chatting, and every couple of minutes throwing something out there, and then finally I'll just say, hey, listen, you may want to go get a program called Chatty, and that will help you not miss any chats, because if you're trying to grow your stream, not interacting with your viewers will kill a stream, even if you're popular. I mean, if you just completely ignore chat, you're going to go downhill. And funny story, one of our streamers, Sekra, as a matter of fact, he started out, and he's putting everything into being a full-time streamer, and I did the same thing with him. Okay, I will dreams. Um, One of the things that I did the same thing to him. I talked to him. He didn't say anything. I was like, look, man, if you're thinking about, growing your stream, you may want to get a program called Chatty. Well, he actually whispered me back on Twitch like 10 minutes after I left. He's like, hey, dude, sorry I missed this, that, there. And we started talking. So I came back to a stream, and he had put Chatty up. And dude, it was I mean, like a totally different experience. I just kind of had written him off. I was like, okay, this is a guy that just doesn't pay attention to chat, or maybe he's too new. But anyway, once he got chatty, I mean, he is like probably one of the most interactive streamers in our network, giggity, like that little pun there, that I've seen. But
So
anyway,
there.
for Dreams had said explain Chatty. So Chatty is basically like an IRC client, that its biggest thing is it can connect to multiple channels at once, so you can watch chat it's got little tabs that you can switch back and forth. But the most thing I use it for is it allows you to set a tone when any chat comes across in your channel. So if you're like doing an FPS, um, and somebody chats, like for me, I've got like a little chime that goes off in my, now I don't hear because there's so much chat going on, but I'll be sitting there playing a game, and all of a sudden I hear bing, and I look over, and somebody will have just said something in my channel, and that way I can immediately turn over. Now the stream doesn't hear it because I've got it only going to my headset, not to the stream. But that is what Chatty is about, Dreams, and it allows you to never miss someone talking in your channel because it gives you a audio notification. I think Will's a big fan of it too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I got it up right now, actually. So, I mean, it also, I find that it is much more immediate of a response on Chatty than it is like if you just had your Twitch channel up and you were watching the Twitch channel's chat. I feel like if you go to Twitch and just use their chat, it has a lot of problems like reconnecting and stuff sometimes. I don't know. It's just never been really solid for me. I've never had any problems with Chatty whatsoever. It is amazing.
Yeah, and yeah, another thing it does too very well is it gives you an almost instant count, but you can see people who join your channel the instant they do, even before a Nightbot or VivBot, if you guys have got that set to notify you. Like I said, it's an IRC. It just gives a listing of who immediately joins, and there's no delay. Whereas you could look at the Twitch chat, and somebody could be in your channel for 10 minutes, and you still won't see them, even if you refresh. So I don't know. I think it's just an all-around very useful tool.
Yeah. Before I used Chatty, I did try and use some of those different IRC clients like HexChat, and like you said, it's just not as quick as Chatty is at polling those servers that tell you who's in your channel. So it's cool. It's really cool.
And it's absolutely free, guys. I'll put a link in the chat here for those of you that may want it, where to go get it.
Yeah, appreciate that. And then let's see. I don't remember who's spoken. Don't let me forget any of you guys. I know it's not pleasant when that happens. So whichever one of you I haven't spoken to yet. I think both of you haven't spoken. If I remember correctly. I've already Surf. Spoken. Oh, see, Cam.
I'm pretty sure I did too, didn't I?
Well,
man. Moving on.
I got really into that topic, so I just
moving on.
It's okay.
I quit listening. I was just
important. It's important to watch streams. I think, regardless of whether, I mean, if you don't have a lot of time to do it because maybe you stream yourself, and that's kind of my situation. Is like my time on the computer is primarily used for streaming myself. You know, if I'm not streaming myself, I do very quick, short little things that are just menial and you know, clerical on my end, you know. But it is important for us to make sure to do our homework, and you know, kind of like what Dream said earlier, it's like you know, it is important to see what they are doing right and maybe what some things are that they are doing wrong that you want to make sure you're not doing as well. It's important to do your research. So
absolutely. All right. And I would like to take this time for you guys, if you are we're hitting a lot of the topics that we have tonight are a lot of, like, you know, gaming centric, but we do enjoy talking about non-gaming stuff, which is kind of why I brought up the food topic. So if you guys have some non-gaming topics that you want to throw our way, feel free to use those. You know, throw a Revlo thing in there. We'll get it. I'll see it on the screen and everything, and I'll bring that up immediately. I would love to, you know, kind of hear some of the ideas that you have for topics. That was a lot of shares, Ferris, just to be honest.
8,000 more to go.
Oh my goodness.
So let's see.
Somebody's
I think
getting
this
renamed
is
permanently.
I was gonna say, is that your D&D? Okay.
It is.
Yeah. So this comes up a lot with the people I work with. There's a lot of, I mean, I work in a very nerdy community. I work on computers like all day, and there's a lot of gamers in my community. And there's the obvious divide of, you know, PC Master Race and console. So one of the big topics that comes up is, you know, when playing an FPS, do you prefer keyboard and mouse or controller? For me, hands down, easiest discussion ever, keyboard and mouse, 100%. It is so much easier to play an FPS with a keyboard and mouse than it is to do anything on a controller, because you literally watch, and like almost like at this point, I haven't played console in so long. When I watch streamers who play on console, no offense to anybody if you do, but like it like almost like makes my eye twitch watching them like go across the screen like trying to hit stuff. I'm just like, I don't know, there's something about it. Yeah. I don't know. It's just so So much better to me. Oh, Krim brings up a great point, which we can branch into.
I just don't understand.
I do not get it. He uses a rollerball mouse. You know that shit from like the 1970s?
He does
when
not
the internet
actually
first
use
came-
that.
He, I
does not
swear
actually
to
use that.
you,
Yes,
I
he does.
swear
Swear
to
to
you,
God, he does.
I
Shut
swear.
up.
He uses them so much, and they were going out of style so quickly that he went to Walmart and bought like 8 of the fucking things and has
Oh
a
my
stack
God.
in case the one he has goes out.
There's
Nobody
like the
uses it anymore.
stationary mouse that you use your
Yeah,
finger
the
on
big
to
red
move
ball Yes.
around.
Yes.
With
Shut
the red ball, he's
up.
like, yeah. I
He
do
was
not
playing-
get it at all.
He was playing Player Unknown Battleground with us on that thing.
Shut
I'm
up!
not
No
kidding you.
way!
Way, dude.
Ooh, Krim,
Dude,
thank
this
you
is
for
the same reaction.
Krim.
Thank you, Krim.
Yes, thank you.
This is the same reaction. I had a friend. This is going back on topic. I swear to God. But like, I had a friend in college that played WoW, and he would raid in WoW in his own guild, and we would talk every once in a while. And I'm like, all right, man, show me your setup. So I go check it out. He plays on a freaking laptop with a touchpad, like a touchpad, and his two
No
buttons.
fucking
That's
way.
it. He played WoW with that.
How?
And like,
Jesus.
he would have his WSAD here, and he would trackpad and click with his thumb and just boom, 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 boom. And of
What a-
course, what would be the only class you could possibly play like that is a hunter. I mean, you send your pet off and you auto shot and whatever. But it was just like, I cannot believe that Crimson uses a freaking trackball.
I don't either. I don't understand how I can barely
get it.
navigate around the screen to click an icon with one of those things.
And he not only does he use that, but Krim is like, I don't know if he fucking snorts Adderall and then like drinks G Fuel, but that dude's head is on a swivel when he plays FPS, right? I mean, the
That's
man
'cause-
cannot run in a straight line.
Because it's literally on a swivel.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
slides his
Like,
hand.
ha,
He just slides his hand, and it's like,
It's like I'll get like if I'm on the other team, I'll get the thought. I was like, oh, I see Krim. I'm gonna kill,
It's like,
what? I
and
mean,
I'm dead. That's it. And I'm like, what the
that's
hell?
just because you're bad at. That's just because you're bad at things, Ferris. Oh,
It's like
Got that
it's
top
like
back.
It's like
Top
Crim's playing
spot.
with the freaking golden tea games out at the bar, you know? The golden
Yeah,
tea
that's-
arcade, the big old ball.
oh my God! And he's just like, just take a run and start, and just like,
No.
yeah.
Oh, geez.
Oh man, that's insane. I don't understand how he does it. But yeah, like I actually tried to go back to. I was at my friend's house, and I forgot what we were doing. I think it was like Halo on Xbox 360 or something. Like, yeah, we were just like getting back into it, just for having fun. And I sucked so bad at using a controller. I'm so used to keyboard and mouse now. Like, I can't use a controller. The only thing I use controller for now is games like Grand Theft Auto, and
Oh yeah.
that's pretty much it.
Usually
Pretty much
third
anything
person.
like that. Yeah. Not even
I
then.
can't-
Like,
I can't FPS without a keyboard and mouse. I
mm-mm.
mean, they're like the biggest thing for me. I know that when Overwatch was released on consoles, there were some characters that had like auto turrets. Like Symmetra has her little beam gun or whatever, automatically goes to the closest enemy, and all you got to do is literally hold the trigger and chase them around. Torbjorn throws down his little turret and it just starts firing away, and it's basically like auto aim, or like Soldier 76. His ultimate is auto aim. Like, they had to nerf the hell out of those characters because people could not compete with how accurate their weapons were on the console. And on the PC, everything was fine and dandy, but on the console, they had to nerf the shit out of those guys.
Yeah, because that's what I have it for. Overwatch
Yeah.
4 is for console, and all I played was Torbjorn.
And you were
Because,
probably just
you would
freaking
you would
raking in the kills.
Well, I would set the auto turret up in like a nice strategic spot, like in a corner or something, to guard a point, and then I would run off after I upgraded it, and then I
Yeah.
would just go kill people and then rebuild my turret. But yeah, they had to nerf it because you just can't aim that accurate on a controller unless you're
Yeah.
like snorting Adderall and drinking G Fuel.
That's right.
Yeah.
See, I'm
Your
terrible.
pupils are like fucking saucers. You're just staring at the screen.
If you guys think I'm bad at FPSs on PC, I'm worse.
I saw
on
that, sir.
console, because I can't do. I can do.
I saw
but
your fucking
I found a
hands.
solution. I
God
did
damn
find a
it.
solution to being bad of console. So it is this little gem right here.
What is that?
It's called a Zim 4. Basically, it allows you to take a controller and then put in mouse and keyboard.
What?
Wow.
So I was using, and
That's cheating.
that's
Yep.
what it is. It's called a Zim 4.
Yeah, it's
And
called cheating, I
I
think.
I hooked that up to my Xbox One with mouse and keyboard, and of course, most Xbox and crap come with aim assist anyway, and I fucking wrecked face in Smite. I loved it. It was great.
Oh my god.
This is ridiculous.
Another thing
Yeah.
too, speaking of mouse and keyboard, I'm a 100% mouse and keyboard. But I'll tell you another guy's things that is invaluable if you're a gamer is this thing right here. It is a E13, baby.
I've actually
This
seen
your little
those before.
joystick right there, and all of this crap right here is bindable. So I use
Oh,
my
that's cool.
Wasad for
Yeah, those are cool.
and then you've got the two little things right here. Oh my god, I couldn't stand using the keyboard anymore. The only thing I use my keyboard for now is typing. That's it.
I think
I
that'd
I
be
had a
really good
Logitech
for.
G15 keyboard that had the little screen. That little screen was so helpful.
Mm-hmm. But that
Yeah.
if you want to look it up, look up a Logitech G13, and it is
So
the best.
that almost reminds me of I posted a thing on the ISN Facebook page. I think like maybe a week or so ago. That one of the YouTubers I watch was reviewing. It was like this little. It was like a little like 15 key USB thing that had LCD screens on the keycaps.
Oh, the Elgato streamer.
Oh
guy.
yeah, those are nuts.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so nice. You can
Yeah.
literally upload a logo to have on the keycap, and it would be really really good for like transitioning between scenes and
I looked-
OBS and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
I looked those up
How much
a
are
couple
they?
days ago. Like $150, I think.
Ooh,
So
I
they're a
don't know if
little
that's worth it.
pricey, but I mean, if
Little
you can, I think what makes it so expensive, honestly, is probably just the fact that it's the LCD
The key-
keys that you
yeah.
can drop your own image onto.
Yeah,
I
that
haven't,
was
I haven't
so
seen a
cool.
review of that though, but I mean, I guess
I
they're really
posted
good.
one.
Oh.
Yeah, if you go check the ISN Facebook, which you guys can do that via this link. If I can beat people. Oh, Jesus.
No.
I just- Oh my god. So I wasn't actually clicked into chatty and I was trying to type Facebook and somehow I almost banned Denise. Oh man, that's not good. It was like you can't ban her. She's a moderator. I was like,
I'm
Hey,
definitely
great.
I'm definitely with you guys on the keyboard and mouse thing though. I just
Hmm.
started using I just got my computer back in October. And before that I had been console for like my entire life, with the exception of like World of Warcraft and like RuneScape and like StarCraft and little things here and there, but I was mostly just console. But now that I've gotten used to like being able to run around a map and like aim with my mouse, like I was playing just like right before I went to bed, I played just a tiny bit of Team Fortress 2 last night, and
Mhm.
sniping with a mouse is infinitely easier than trying to snipe on a controller.
Oh
that
yeah,
is so
absolutely.
much. Yes. Oh my god. All right, next podcast we're gonna ban the use of Discord by our vodcast. No. This-
Oh,
Come on, Will, post it. People gotta
oh,
see.
yes, please.
People gotta see.
Oh man.
There. Thank you so much, Zachariah Orion.
Hey, thank you so much, O
Thank
Town.
you. Appreciate
Oh
it.
wow.
All right. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
You guys.
Exactly.
Alright.
Thank you. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
So bad. All right. So I got to pee. You guys want to take a quick break? Have Denise come in here and throw out some thanks for everybody that's doing the cheers? And
Yeah. Sounds
give
great
me
to
a
me.
chance to go cry in the corner for a little bit.
Well, I do it because I love you. Come on now. Don't be like that. He's already
Don't be
muted.
like that, baby.
I'm gonna cap him on the way out.
She'll come. She'll come in. I heard you. It's all headphones on.
I'm gonna grab him on the way out. Oh jeez.
Oh, I tried to cap him, but he was too quick.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going great, Denise. How are you?
I'm doing well. So we obviously have bits, which is very exciting. So I'm going to take this time to thank O King Dreams for donating bits, Connorvore3, I guess that's a backwards E, so Connorvore for donating bits, Crimson Bloodbath, and Zachariah Orion. We really appreciate it. Without y'all, ISN wouldn't be what it is. And then, as always, I'll take time to do the links. So, of course, the 3 is silent. Okay, Connor, I'll remember that. First of all, we have our Discord, which is where we all hang out and make fun of people, you know, like we're doing now. Then we've got our forums, which is where you can suggest topics for this wonderful vodcast. And we always look at those before each and every stream so we can see what to discuss. And we love submissions because it gives us things to talk about. Then we've got our Facebook, which you can always find our different events and what's going on, and just some other cool little posts that we have throughout the week. And we've got our Steam, and you can add us there and be our friend. And we've got Twitter, where you get to see when different people are going live and just basically keep up with what's going on in ISN. And what else do we have? We have our YouTube. So if you're ever not able to make it to a stream, we always post them there a few days after or a day or so after, so you can know what's going on. And clearly I'm the only one here, so can start talking shit. Oh, Zach, thanks for the cheer. You're awesome.
Are you the only one here, though?
Go away, Will.
And thank you so much for everything that you do, Denise. You're amazing.
You're lying to me, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm not. If they only knew how much goes on behind the backgrounds.
That's right. Denise is the man.
Well, while they're gone, I had something I was going to say and I forgot what it was. This is why you need to take
Our
notes,
Lord and
people.
Savior Jesus Christ.
It's not. I'd rather not get into that on stream. Oh, man. So, actually, I remember... well, I'll wait for them to get back, I guess, but I'm an idiot, and I don't really know what bits and cheers do. So if somebody could explain that to me, it'd be amazing.
It's money to us.
Like real money?
Real money.
Holy
Every
shit.
bit is 1 penny.
Yep.
So, in total,
that was a
tonight,
$10 for that 1,000 one then.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
So we've got $23.20.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, be more excited about these bits, y'all.
I didn't know what they were.
Share,
I didn't know what they fucking were.
I would like to
Thanks.
share everyone who missed it earlier or that may be new. If you would like to watch Crim's rollerball in action along with some outstanding commentary, please check out that YouTube video.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
a good
going in
one.
the ISN Hall of Fame for sure.
I don't think I've seen this.
It's
Oh
about
my God,
15
you guys-
minutes long, so but it's worth it. It's from my
Yeah, it is.
from my channel, and I was dead. So
I'll
actually,
watch it
we all
afterwards.
we
We all were,
we
yeah.
were all dead. Everybody was dead except for the rollerball guy.
Crim.
The
And-
rollerball, the rollerball guy.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's pretty amazing. I don't know if any of you guys have ever played Killing Floor 2, but basically it's a what is it? It's 4-man teams, right? 4 or 5? I forget. 4, right? He says patiently, waiting for an answer. All right.
I
Anyways,
don't know.
I was waiting for Ferrix because I know he knows, but he's
4,
not
yes.
listening to me.
It was you,
All right.
myself, you, Crim, and
Percy.
Gavin.
Yeah. And so basically what it is, like, all 4 people come in and they're in this like arena basically that's like normally it's different maps and stuff, And no, it was Percy, not Galahad. Krim. And basically you fight waves of zombies and monsters and stuff, and then there's a boss at the end. And then there's different classes, and you level up. It's actually really fun. We should kind of play that again soon, because that was a lot of fun.
Let's do it. It is fun.
Yeah. All right. Surf just messaged me and said the wife needs help with the baby, so that we can go ahead and start without him, and he'll be back when he can.
Okay.
So this is a non-gaming question. Let's pop a few of those in. What's the worst job you've ever had?
Well, I had a job that might be one of the worst jobs ever on the planet. I could be wrong. I haven't had all of them, but I know that this one is right up there. It is. I used to work for a company that disposed of medical waste. So I worked at a medical waste treatment plant, and I only lasted at this job for about 3 months because it was horrific. Now, just to try to go into detail without being overly disgusting, this job was working in a warehouse. We would process somewhere between, when we had a full shift, somewhere between 5 and 7 full tractor trailer loads of medical waste from various hospitals, doctors, clinics. We would get waste from like test labs, things like that. I think we had stuff come through from other places too, but I try not to be too gross with it, because I have some really overly disgusting stories that would make people's stomach throw up from this job.
Really?
But just kind of imagine anything that would come out of a hospital. So used needles, stuff from the operating room. We had, again, not to be too disgusting, but we had transplant organs that we would have to get rid of, things like that. Probably, it is hands down the worst job I've ever had in my life. It was incredibly physical, and it smelled terrible. I mean, I was there for 3 months, and within 2.5 months, I had lost over 30 pounds from just physical exert. Yeah, it was awful.
I can imagine lunch breaks weren't real popular there.
No. Well, I mean, they let us have lunch. They weren't, the boss wasn't too terrible. It was the job itself, and then the pay was they did not add up at all for what you had to do. I mean, in order to even go out on the floor and work there, I had to go through 3 like almost full 8-hour shifts of just training, of like bloodborne pathogen courses, safety courses, things like that. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy job.
Yeah, wow. I mean, that kind of tops anything I had, but
yeah, pretty much.
Eric, do you have anything?
Not really. I mean, I had some jobs that they were all great jobs. I've never had a bad job that I absolutely hated. There were some, moments in my jobs that were pretty shitty, but not really. I mean, just moments of good jobs, I should have said. I really don't have anything to throw down on that with.
I mean, so like before I went in the Navy, I was I painted houses, and most of the time it was like new residential, like before anybody had moved in or anything like that. So I guess the only thing that was bad about that is it was in Mississippi, and a lot of the times it was during the summer, and so no AC, no nothing. A lot of the times we were painting the exterior of the house as well, on the roof, all sorts of just shit that was just unpleasant in general. I had to wake up early as like a fucking 17-year-old. I just wasn't happy about life in general. So, I mean, that's probably the worst job I've ever had, because I haven't had many of them. I think 3, is the number I'm at currently. So, how many jobs have you guys had?
I tell you what, I do have a worst job story, actually, now that I think of it. So, long story short, my family owned a a company. It was a diving company. Like, go to oil rigs and inspect them. So underwater, not the treasure hunting kind, but the actual industrial you go to work kind. And it was 5th generation. And so when I first started, I had to go out as a tender. Now I don't know if any of you guys know what a tender does, but
I
basically,
know all about Tinder.
oh yeah, you do. So so man, that you were like the bitch on board. That is pretty much how that works. And
Oh,
that was the most disgusting, nasty. I mean, it was hard work. And of course, I'm an inside air conditioning guy, but that probably was my worst job that I had, because it was I didn't mind the hard work, but I get seasick in a tub. So being offshore for 12 hours a day, was kind of rough. So I
I
mean,
get seasick in the
I,
tub.
I do. Yeah, I do not do seas at
Oh,
all.
jeez.
Like like Will, I'd be like Will. I'd be like, what do I need to do in the Navy where I don't have to get on a boat? That's all I
it's
need.
not
I'll do
why I
that.
picked this job.
It is. That's okay. I mean, you don't
It's
have to be
not. I didn't even know that
ashamed.
was a thing when I picked this job.
I'm sure.
We could talk. Well, I mean, no, we can't.
Mhm.
Let's not talk about that. But you can.
Okay.
How many jobs have you had? Because I saw you had to think about it.
I've had.
Hmm.
I'm on my 3rd job now, I believe. This is number 3.
Barracks, you've been alive for like 103 years. How many jobs have you had?
Mhm. Wow. Let's see. Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Well, let's see. I helped Moses. So that was one. I don't know. I probably had maybe 10 jobs.
Oh yeah. Would you
I'd
mind
say that's
sharing what
about
they
it.
were?
Oh yeah, sure. So let's see. My first job was working for my family as like I was like 9, I think, and they
Child labor much?
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah, that's
I guess
exactly
it
how
was.
that went.
Oh,
That
it was probably legal back then anyway. So
Truth.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Mom tried to tell me, but I'm not what to do, and I was like, "Shut up, woman! You can't vote yet." Anyway. So,
Jesus.
let's see. I worked for my parents that did that, and then I spent a short time being a manager of a like what a Blockbuster would be. It was like one guy owned it, but it was like 5 or 6 locations. Did that for a little bit. Krim got me a job as a chef when I was
Aw.
like 16. Basically, what had happened is that everybody quit, and it was one guy, Krim, and then he said, "Hey, do you want to make some extra money?" I'm like, "Sure, man. I get off work at 5," and it was New Year's Eve. I didn't have shit to do, so I went to work there, and they had a whole restaurant booked full of like 99 reservations, and everybody quit except one guy in Krim.
Oh no.
Jesus.
And so I went in there and I basically had like 4 things I was to cook, right? And I was in charge of that. And we called up another friend of mine to be a dishwasher, but he was too fat to fit in the kitchen because literally, literally it was like my computer desk was probably as wide as you had from one side of the kitchen to the other. I mean, we were all cooking back to back and our shit was sticking together. It was horrible.
Oh Jesus.
And since then, I went to school to become a chef. Graduated from that. Spent 14 years cooking. I think I was. Got done with that. Came back, worked for my parents again as admin, and then I also spent 12 years being a part-time police officer and corrections and dispatcher. So,
Man,
and then now I do programming for medical software.
that's pretty cool. Yes,
I
Zachariah
can, Zach.
Orion. He
That
can.
is a fact.
Sir, if we're talking about what is the worst job you've ever had?
I don't know. It's a good question. I don't think I've ever had a really bad job.
That must be nice.
Changing diapers.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is, but that comes with the territory.
Getting peed on.
Let's see. I've worked at a miniature golf place for a summer, which was a lot of fun. I worked at Target. I guess retail would probably be my worst. Dealing with people at Target was pretty nightmarish, but I was still at the electronics counter and and I was having a fun time getting people what they wanted. The hardest thing about that was just the straight up ignorance that I had to overcome on the part of some people, you know. But yeah, and then I do what I do now. So yeah, I guess Target would probably be, or just retail in general. You know, I got nothing against Target, but
I did that as well. I forgot to mention that. I worked for a small moment at a Levi's outlet. And let me tell you what, first of all, I found fucking immense pleasure in looking at the 60 waist, 30 length pants that
Oh
we
my
have.
god.
That is
Oh
a
my
fucking thing.
God.
I was like, I told the manager, I was like, if somebody comes to try these on, I want to fucking be here. I don't give a shit if I'm off. Y'all call me and I want to see this person. But man, just the thing that irritated me about that so much is that people were just fucking retarded. I mean, it's like, it's jeans, right? I mean, you take them out, you look at them, you try them on, and then you fold them back up, right? Or if you take it out, look at them, don't like it. No, it's just like, okay, you know, you get them out and you unfold and unfold and unfold. And then so in order to put it back, apparently somebody made a rule that you have to go and then mash them into the fucking side as hard as you can.
Absolutely.
That's what I
like,
do every
are
time.
you what? I want to go to your house and see what your fucking dresser looks like. You know, you must have a big goddamn refrigerator box with just clothes mashed in there and fucking cats dead in the bottom of it. I don't know.
Oh,
It's terrible.
wow.
I hated that. After that, I was like, nope, not working retail ever again. Not gonna do it.
yeah.
That's
I did
crazy.
have a guy at about 4:00 in the morning sing me Jesse's Girl in the back
It's a good
room of
song.
Target when
It's
we
a good
were
song.
quite literally the only two people in the store at 4:00
It's
in the
hot.
morning. I was
Can you actually? I don't remember how that goes. Could you
Yeah, can you enlighten us there a little
refresh
bit?
my
Maybe
memory
let's-
a little bit?
Jesse's Girl. I don't got
I'm
it.
not getting it.
I don't
I'm
got
not
it.
getting it.
I
Oh.
don't
It
know.
was Jesse's girl.
There he goes.
There it is.
That
There it is.
song.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I got it
Nobody
now.
clipped that, by the way. Nobody.
Please, everybody, clip that.
No.
Oh wait, I
Nine.
forgot
All
I
of the
have it.
clips.
Why can't I find a woman like that? Sorry, it just comes flooding.
There we go. Got
Yes.
No.
Got
really-
it.
The perks of having the stream up while you're streaming.
actually,
I don't remember how that goes. Here we go.
Okay, here's Will exacting his revenge.
Yeah.
Do your worst,
At least I
Mulatto.
know who the rename's going to now.
Do your worst.
Do
Does it-
your
oh
worst.
man.
Yeah, I forgot that I worked
so-
at a retail store too. I forgot about
I never
that.
done.
Everybody
I've never done
likes
retail.
I really
about
did.
retail.
I didn't. I wasn't. I had like the shittiest part of it, pun intended, because I was the person that cleaned the whole store. It was a
Oh,
JC
Jesus.
Penney, and
Oh my god.
oh, that was
A lot of old
terrible.
people using those
What
bathrooms.
people listen? Just real quick. Whatever you're doing in the bathroom, and you know who I'm talking to, stop. Stop doing it.
Oh man, I can only imagine.
Oh my!
I've seen those videos of people on the internet where like they'll go around a corner in a store and just shit on the floor. Just like, what? Why? Why is that a thing?
I think there's some deeper psychological issues there that
Yeah,
have to be addressed
seriously.
before you ask the question, why did they shit on the floor? Moreover, why did they pick it up and start smearing it on the walls in various patterns?
Because at
Yeah.
that point, you know, it's a lot easier to get off with it. You're crazy if you just, you know, if you have an accident, shit your pants, then your best thing is just to take it and rub it all over you and all over the room, so that when you walk out, you know, people
I
just
can
think,
only-
oh, there's something wrong with that guy. I better not say anything.
See, I never
Oh, he's
never
got
had
brown
it-
pants on.
I never had it to the point where
That's right.
somebody just like all over the bathroom, but I mean, I've had some incidents where it's like, hey, we need you to come to the bathroom like right now, and I'd be like, oh no.
So, like, I have some of my friends that were in the real Navy and actually went out into the sea, and they one guy was telling me a story about, since we're on the topic of bathrooms, and basically there was this girl that was shitting in the shower. Like, she would go into the shower, shit, and then like scurry off and just leave it there. and like it's just like constantly doing this, and eventually like there was somebody like posted up and like hid and watched and like caught her doing it, and oh yeah, it was disgusting. People do weird.
Watched her shit in the shower.
Yeah, it's basically. It's I don't know. People do weird shit with shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's true. People do weird shit with
That's the old
everything.
waffle stomp, man. It's supposed to stomp that stuff down the drain.
My first day at that job, I don't know how many of you guys have been in a women's bathroom, but they have a lot of them.
Ferrets?
Ones. They have the little box on the side for things that you can't flush down the toilet, right? I mean, like, makes sense.
Not supposed to flush down at least.
Yeah, pads, things like that. And there's a little bag a little like wax paper bag that we put in every day, and we change it like 2 or 3 times a day, I think, just to be safe. Even if there was nothing in it, you still change it out. And my first day on the job, I put my gloves on, I take the bag out. I'm like, there's like a couple wrappings that like didn't make it into the bag. They're on the side of the box. And I reached down to grab them, and there was something like hard in the thing. And I'm like, what is that? And I pulled out a needle, like a bloody ass needle out of the bottom of this box. And I'm like, oh. And this was right after I just left that medical waste treatment plant, the medical waste treatment plant. So I'm like, oh, dude, I can't get away from this, can I?
How did you guys how did you guys dispose of the medical, like of the needles specifically? Like, because don't they just put that shit in like a bucket and?
Well, technically, the department I worked in wasn't supposed to get needles, but people don't follow the rules on where they're supposed to dispose of waste, so you end up with needles. But like, it's kind of hard like to explain the process. So like, to break it down real quick, everything comes in to the plant. It's got a barcode on it. Every single individual box, every container, and everything is tracked multiple times throughout the shipment, like at waste stations and stuff. And then we scan it in so that okay, it left such and such hospital. It's now entered our plant. It's in the system. And now we're disposing of it because it's serious stuff. You can't like chemotherapy waste, things like that. You can't just throw it out in someone's yard and pretend it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying?
The lake and have Godzilla born.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we would scan it in, dump everything in these massive, 1,000-pound steel containers, and then we would send 5 or 6 of those at a time into a massive autoclave that would close, vacuum seal, and then steam everything at 300 degrees for an hour straight, which sterilizes anything. So kills all bacteria, viruses, anything that would be on there that would be harmful. And then we would dump that waste into a compactor, and that would compact it into this like massive steel trailer, and then they would send it away.
Wow.
So when it left our plant, it would be completely sterilized, and like I'm pretty sure it was safe, but I don't know. It's a lot of plastic, so like a lot of plastic.
Man.
But yeah, and cleaning those autoclaves are really fun. You get to go inside while they're hot with a pickaxe, which is super fun.
What?
It's interesting.
Dude, I
Some,
promise you, that job was
shit
terrible. That job was terrible. Absolutely.
Sounds
terrible.
like it.
I would have had to have gotten paid a lot.
I'll be honest with you. The starting pay at that place for the day shift was $10 an hour.
Wow.
So
That's rough.
almost as much as McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
Yep, it was fucking terrible.
So back to the streaming topics, because we have a lot of them. One of the questions that was submitted was, and I'm going to use air quotes here, what are your opinions on boob streamers?
Do we have to go into this topic?
I mean, I feel like it's a good one to have. Oh Jesus. I mean, like, I'm curious what I mean. Everybody knows. The thing is I don't have to explain it more. Everybody knows what we're talking about. So I mean,
yep,
it's a thing. So I mean,
I personally, no, go ahead, Will.
Oh, I was just gonna say, personally, I mean, I find it, annoying, because it's annoying to me that I have to be like funny and good at games and shit to get views, or I mean, where like a hot chick could just like wear a low cut like tank top, and like she's just like pounded with with views. Oh god,
Really driving it in there.
poor word choice, but just everybody just getting in there with like views and stuff.
Just
and,
flicking the sticks and pushing the buttons, right?
yeah, and just like I don't know, it's annoying, and I don't know, jealous, I guess is the best way. Like, I wish I could show my tits and get like, I don't know, it's frustrating to me personally. Being a small streamer like I am, like you could literally just be a hot chick for like a month or so and like have more followers than I do. So
I don't know. I mean, I don't blame them for doing what they do. You know, I mean, if you're blessed with a hot body or big tits, then you know what? Make money on that, girl. Go for it. Make it while you can. But I don't know. I mean, it would be great. And you know what? Anybody out there that is a boob streamer, you are welcome to come join us on the next podcast of ISN and bring that out there. I'm gonna go ahead and put out that open invitation. But I can imagine that the harassment that they get and having, come in there and be like, hey, show your tits, or hey,
you're
do
fucking
jumping
hot.
jacks. Yeah, hey,
yeah.
I just got out of prison. Want to be pals?
Let's
You know,
not give them a deep low voice because you know they're all fucking 12.
Do some jumping jacks.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine that would get very. I mean, while it would probably seem neat for the first, $100, I don't know. I think that would probably get so fucking depressing that
I mean,
that's what you've tried to do, and that's what people come there for, and you can't get any real viewers. Or if you do, there are people who think, well, if I'm just the cool guy, I'll get a chance.
yeah, I mean, Torkill brings up a good point. He's like, they like it, they like the attention. I mean, don't we all? Like, isn't that why we stream though? Like, fuck, I like people looking at me. Like, I'm weird like that. I'm narcissistic. Like, that's the reason I started streaming. I said that in I think our like first or second episode. Like, I started streaming because I thought it was cool that people liked watching what I'm doing. And so I mean, like, I'm kind of torn right now because it annoys me that they can get more viewers and followers than me, having like horrible
jealousy,
fucking.
Will.
That's what I said. Yeah, I said that earlier. I'm kind of jealous. Oh, thank you for the bits, Ryan. O-Town in the house. But yeah, I am an attention whore, Denise. You're absolutely right. But I mean, honestly, I feel like most streamers kind of are. I mean, why stream if you're not interested in people watching you?
We have to think that what you are doing is interesting enough for someone else to warrant watching you or spending time watching you.
Yes,
You know, and that in and of itself is a little bit narcissistic, no matter how you slice it. And I think being on Twitch just kind of plays into that. And hell, the idea that we can be on this channel and think people are so interested, in fact, at what we're doing, sitting on our asses playing video games, that people will actually give us money is a whole nother. I mean, that's just a whole nother thing, you know. And if their assets to the Twitch community are quite literally vast, lots big assets.
Fucking, that was hard to be a part of. I'm just being honest.
If that's what they have to give the community, then whatever, man. Like, you know, I mean, as a plus size streamer myself, you know, my assets are slightly less desirable, I suppose, but they're still there. You know, it doesn't mean I'm gonna get a lot of money if I start showing them off.
Yeah, it hasn't worked for me yet, so I don't know.
You know, yes, vast tracts of land, Connor. Vast tracts of land. But yeah, I mean, yeah,
it's a mixture between jealousy and annoyance, especially when I watch, like, because I think what are you doing, Pharynx?
What? Nothing.
He was froze like that too. Like
I know. So I popped in every now and then I'll throw like a game that I like. I'll just click on it as like the category or whatever, and then just look at, you know, some of the top streamers, and sometimes it is like the boob streamers, right? So I'll like go in and like just see, like, you know, why are you guys really watching this channel? And like, granted, some of them are pretty fucking hot, and I'm not gonna lie. But then like I'm sitting there and like I'm in there for like 5 minutes, and I'm just so annoyed at their personality. I'm just like, Jesus fucking
Yeah.
Christ. How do you guys watch this shit constantly? Like, they're just so fucking annoying.
There's
Like,
a mute button, man.
oh my
There's a
God.
mute button.
It's got to
Still
be what it
exists.
is. It's got to be what it is. Because, like, I even some of like the not so like Ferris has posted some links. Well, let's be honest here. Ferris has posted some links where he's like, "You guys should totally go check out the streamer. They're so fucking good." And like, it's just some fucking chick with her fucking tits out, and he's just in there, it's like, and like go in there, and she's like has like this annoying fucking voice. Oh my God, I don't know.
If
I
their
just, like, it
profile
goes-
pic is some like kawaii, like type of
yeah.
thing.
or
Oh,
the basic dog ear Snapchat filter. That's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, stop! No.
Oh yeah, with the
Yeah.
tongue out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna get
Yeah, no,
screenshotted.
If the description of their stream has the freaking eggplant and wet symbols in it, abort.
Bail.
Abort.
Bail immediately.
Ferris
Oh,
is
man.
like, where do I
Approved.
sign? How do I?
Yeah, I followed before I even started watching.
I followed on mobile before I could even hit the play button.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, it's definitely one of those things. I mean, there is a market for it. I mean, it wouldn't be there if there wasn't.
That's true.
You know, I guess the purist in me wants to say Twitch is for gaming, you know, but Twitch is for entertainment, just like anything else. I mean,
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I'm with you,
Jesus.
Will. Though I feel the same way. Like it's
It's so scary.
That will not be being. That's not getting posted in the fucking chat.
Don't worry,
no,
I'll get it.
definitely not.
Don't be scared of it, baby. It always fits.
Will's looking down. All right, Will, it's all right.
Well, it's because my buddy asked me a question last night, and so me and I have two really really good friends. And one of them just recently got out of the Navy about a year ago and is working for a startup company in DC. And so he's just now getting used to like the civilian life and stuff like that. And he asked me a really good question, and I'll kind of give my answer, and then I'm trying to get it serious for a little bit, if you guys don't mind.
I'm
Sorry.
trying, dude, but
So sorry.
Or you guys could just stop fucking looking at Discord while we're in a fucking podcast.
I can't.
You could try that. You fucking assholes.
Will, I'm so sorry. I don't know.
Oh my God. I hate you guys so much sometimes.
yes.
Just let me know when you guys are ready.
It'll be a minute. Okay.
It'll be a minute. Sorry, I gotta collect myself. Oh my God.
Just take another drink, Will. It'll be okay.
Was like, fuck you guys. I got dressed up for this shit.
Well, you thought you were going to church tonight, baby.
He looks like he just saw Jesus.
I'm sorry. So many things going on here. If you're listening on the
That's right.
podcast, if we'd like to get a play-by-play by Will to kind of describe what's going on right now, Will, what do you have to say about what's going on right now?
That's not gonna happen.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Denise brings up a good point. If I need new podcast guests, we have other options available, so that's good. I'll keep that in mind. So, oh yeah, it wasn't funny, was it?
No, Dad.
Way to kill the boner,
Dad.
Will.
I'm
That's
sorry.
what I was.
I
That's
don't want to
funny.
go to my room.
That was a good one. That was a good one. All right.
Oh, Jesus.
Continue on, sir. We're ready.
Scholar, go ahead.
I don't even want to ask the question now because it's a serious question, and we're not in a serious mood right now.
Yes, we are. Go ahead. We'll do it. Come on. We promise.
All right. So, okay, I can't. All right, I'll come back to it.
I can't.
I'll come back to it.
I'm sorry. I'm
Apparently,
laughing at
is
my
this-
Diet Coke. Is what I'm laughing
Yeah.
at. This thing is
Is
so
this-
funny.
So this is a question, and I didn't even know it was a thing. It says, "Do you agree with getting mod status in your channel for donations?" Do people actually do that?
People do that?
Oh yeah, we have some of our one of our streamers actually do it.
Really? So if you donate in his or her channel, you will
It's
get
if you're
mod
in the top,
status?
if you're if you're in the top three, one of the top three spots, you automatically
Spots.
get mod status in your
Spot.
in the stream.
I mean,
I don't agree with that at all. I mean, I think mod status should be earned.
yeah, it's a bold strategy. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, it is. That's why one of the reasons I put it in there, because I was like, I mean, and I've seen it happen before that people just, or I guess as kind of a secondary thing, people just bumping into streams like, hey, can I be mod? No.
Why the
Not.
fuck would? Yeah, it's a dumb
Not really.
question. I mean, does that ever happen where you're just like, hey, can I be mod? Yeah, sure, fuck it. See what
Yeah, right?
happens.
Some
Today
pla- I
is
mean, some
everybody's a
places-
mod day.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean,
No
I've
way.
got there's people that have Revlo points that if you spend enough Revlo points, you can get you can be a mod. People have got to where if you donate enough, you'll be a mod. And I mean, they a lot of people use being a moderator for your channel as like a prize and not something that you earn. Was kind of the
Yes.
gist, and I just didn't know. It's
Yeah, like-
weird to me.
It is weird
Yeah,
to me
like
too.
like Tortilla said, like I don't understand. That sounds very dangerous.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
I mean, there's trolls. There's some trolls out there with money. Like that, there's all the trolls aren't poor. So I mean, they could very well just throw out some donations or whatever. And I mean, what if you like donated and then like before it went through or whatever, like canceled it on PayPal or something? It's like weird shit could happen. I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, I didn't know that was an actual thing. And also, did we ever actually answer the question where it was, what are your opinions on the social eating channel on Twitch? I know I brought it up, but I think we got off topic before we
We
actually
did.
Get off
answered it.
topic.
Yeah,
Yep.
because I myself haven't seen any of them. I know it's a thing, but I haven't actually. I feel like it kind of goes into the. Just shaking my head at you guys right now.
I'm being good.
Hmm.
I'm not in Discord. I'm responding to chat.
I think it goes into the. I don't believe you.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like because from what I've seen, it kind of goes into the whole the boob streamer thing. That's what I feel like social eating is at some points. It's just hot chicks eating shit.
I've never.
Not
I've
a whole
seen,
different,
like,
that's a whole
guys
different
doing
channel.
it.
Will.
I think
Not
it's
literal
totally
shit
different.
though.
It's I don't understand it. I mean, I really
I don't
don't.
either.
And these people
I
have
don't get it.
viewers like
A
in the
lot.
hundreds of viewers. Some people, yeah, and I'm
Thousands.
like,
I've seen like some Korean chicks. They were like literally thousands of viewers watching them eat.
and a lot of times they won't even talk. They just eat. And I'm like, I mean, now granted, I know there's like a fetish thing going on with some people like to feed other people, and maybe that's what it's working off of. I don't know, but I've never understood that. I mean, we hang out, like I can see streaming in IRL and then maybe eating something, like, okay, hey, it's lunchtime, whatever, I got a burger, I'm gonna just eat
Yeah, I
while
can
I
see
talk
that.
with you guys and hang out and talk. But
Yeah.
like these are channels that are strictly that. I mean, it's the whole focus is on them eating, not like that they even hang out and chat a lot. And I don't get it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't either. It's weird.
I've never seen one.
I mean, it's kind of like
I mean-
when somebody in our vodcast shows up with a fucking hot dog when we start. Or
Easy
I
to
guess
Yeah.
I did
Easy
eat a
there,
burrito.
man.
Yeah, I
But
know.
I mean, there's a fucking channel made
yeah,
for
that's-
that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not
there are
like it's just
communities
you-
based around it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Connor-
it's like
Connor
not
brings
like
up a good point.
IRL and somebody fucked up.
Yeah, Connor brings up a good point. Is he would do social eating if he was having dinner before a stream. So yeah, I mean, I could see that if I was like a regular, had like a regular set schedule, and like the ISN podcast or the ISN streams, for instance. If if I was on the West Coast and didn't like have to go straight from work to doing this, like I could see us like having dinner together or something before.
Oh,
Our
eating the hot
podcast
dog
or
now,
something?
isn't it okay?
Well, I mean, only if
Just
we're
as long as
streaming
you
to that channel.
fucking chew it before you cram it down your throat, Ferric.
Yeah, quit trying to eat 2 hot dogs at once. It's just weird.
Hot dogs on hot dogs.
Just
You know what I'm
stack
saying?
on top of each other. Stack
Double
Yeah.
Stacks on
maybe.
stacks.
Oh man,
Oh.
Baby Surge is
Uh-oh.
not happy.
What the hell?
Angry.
Oh,
Angry
Bear
baby
back?
surf.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. So like, it's kind of weird if that's like the only thing you do. But I make that joke a lot because normally when I stream, I try to stream for like a minimum of like 4 hours. Like I try to make it like a long stream.
Right.
Yeah.
Just because like that's what I used to see all the time. It's just like kind of what became like normal for me. So I end up eating a lot like while I'm streaming, at least once somewhere in there. Like I don't get, like, to quote Ferris, I don't get this physique, but like not eating at some point like throughout the day. So I always make the joke like, oh, we're turning into a social eating stream now. And I've always thought about like taking a break for like 20 minutes and like halfway through a stream, if I'm going to eat lunch or something, pop over to like a social eating thing, stop, like just eat some food so I don't have to like, like suck it down and just play. But I don't know. I mean, to base a whole channel around it, I mean, if that's what you're into, I guess, but I think it's a little strange, but there is a lot more strange things on the internet than that.
Yeah, I've literally, I don't think I've ever eaten on stream. The entire
really?
time I've been streaming, I've never eaten a single thing.
Like, so many times.
Even when I did my 24-hour onesie stream, I didn't eat on stream. I would take like a 5-minute break and go like wolf some shit down. I don't know. I just feel like it's weird. I don't want to watch. I don't want people to see me eat.
Well, see, my thought on it is like, I almost like doing it because like one of the things I feel like people sometimes forget is like, yeah, we're streamers, but we're also people, and like people have things that they need to do. Like there, I feel like there's this unspoken, like there's like an unspoken book of rules for Twitch streaming, and like you don't break all the time when you're doing longer streams. You know what I mean? Like you kind of space it out, and like you're not supposed to like shove your face while you're streaming, and like there's just these things, and like sometimes I feel like when people break those kind of like artificial barriers that are set up just by people before us who kind of like set them as far as streamers go, it kind of reminds people that like these are normal people like you and me that are doing this. So sometimes I feel like people don't think that, and I think it helps them remember like that's just a normal dude.
I agree.
Yeah. Are you eating your hand, Ferrix? Since we're talking about social eating, what are you doing? So I will save our serious question until Surf comes back. But I'll ask right now. What are some games you guys are really, really excited for? I know Ferrix is going to say Pantheon, so you just don't even have to say it.
Okay.
Cam.
Because it's back.
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Dude, that trailer looks so
freaking
badass.
Pumped. I'm so pumped.
Yes.
What's the other one? Not Fear. Something else coming up.
Prey? Connor
Prey?
just said it.
Prey
looks pretty
yes.
good.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
that does look really,
the
really
space
good.
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks pretty crazy.
Yeah,
also
there's,
really curious to see how Destiny 2 turns out.
So I played Destiny when for a while back when I had an Xbox, and it was a lot of fun. But once I reached the level where you had to get light shit, I was like, well, I'm done with this. I am no longer interested.
It's a looter shooter, kind of, sort of ish along the same Borderlands kind of ish game, where like you're constantly killing some of like the same mobs here and there for better loot to improve yourself to fight stronger mobs that might potentially be kind of the same. So if you're not into looter shooters that much, it's gonna immediately be like, well, I hit max level and I got some shit, but nah. Like me, like I stuck with it for, let's see, I got my PlayStation 4 the Christmas year that it came out, and then it came with a free copy, and I was a Christmas noob, and I played like endless amounts of Destiny until like, I don't know, I just got to a point where it was like, there's other games coming out. I can't really just grind nonstop all the time. Plus, I'm more of a solo player, or at least I was. This was before I started streaming. So it's hard to play that kind of game as like, or it seems like WoW and stuff too. Like you can't do raids by yourself. So you've got to like looter shooters, and you've got to like want to play with other people.
And so that brings up a really good point and a topic that I'm gonna kind of segue into is like MMOs. And yeah, Mobius brings up the Call of Duty World War II trailer.
Yes.
That was I don't like Call of Duty after it's been a while, ever since Battlefield 3. I strayed away from anything Call of Duty, but
I'm just excited
That
because World at War
trailer
was my
looks pretty
favorite.
badass.
World at War is my
I just-
favorite Call of Duty, so fingers
It was a
crossed
good
that this
one.
is not going to suck.
Wait, favorite Call of Duty, like out of all of them,
Out of all of the Call of Duties that are out right now, World at War is my absolute favorite.
including Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, I absolutely love World at War, dude. It's my favorite one.
Wow,
You can
that's
like all you want, but dude, that game, I have so many memories of that game, like playing with my friends.
oh man,
Oh, dude,
I
I love that game. Modern Warfare 2 is great, but World at War was definitely better.
Destiny 2.
I just do not see that. Oh man, that's crazy.
Destiny Dose.
I don't know. I mean, what are they doing different in Destiny or in Destiny 2 than they did in the first one? Is it just a continuation of the story or what?
It's coming to PCs. All I care about.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't to be perfectly transparent. I haven't looked into it like a whole lot yet.
Yeah.
I'd probably play it again on PC.
They
But
could have you can't play Destiny on PC.
but
Can you?
no,
It's console only. That's why.
No. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I would try it again on PC. Saying like Destiny 2.
yeah. Well, the reason why I'm so excited is because I think Bungie, they're a great studio. Like they do a good job with their games. I think they dropped the ball a little bit with Destiny. There's a whole lot of like backstory that goes along with why Destiny is the way it is, which is like its own podcast. Honestly,
Were you the one that was telling me all the lore behind it?
no, that wasn't.
Oh, somebody was like and there was like
Nerd.
45 minutes of them just telling me about Destiny.
Oh yeah,
lore.
it's crazy. But I think the reason why I'm so excited is they know the areas of the first Destiny where they really lost people and they really messed up, especially when it comes to story and things like that. So I'm pretty confident in their ability to make this game everything that the first Destiny wasn't, which should make this game freaking amazing.
Oh man, yeah. Well, I mean, the fact that they're bringing it to PC by itself, I mean, that's enough for me to try it. Yeah. What do you say?
Connor
Bungie
said
really
that,
cares about what the community
yeah.
does and what the community wants, so I'm pumped for Destiny 2. Have a better story than Destiny. I mean, honestly, to me, the story in Destiny, it just didn't really grab me. It was more so like the raids and shit like that I enjoyed.
Well, that's because they kind of like, they like half-ass their way through the story, and that was again, that's a whole nother discussion that I only know bits and pieces of. But yeah, there's a whole reason behind that. But yeah, I'm pretty confident because I know that they make great games, and I know that they're gonna fix what they have wrong in this one.
One of them that I'm really, really excited for, as long as it is done correctly, and there's part of me is hurt that I think I just exited the name out of my memory, but Star Citizen.
No.
Star Citizen is what I'm
man,
like super excited about that.
I used to be until I don't think it's going anywhere. I think it's going to be the biggest failure in the history of crowdfunding.
It's plateaued.
games.
It's plateaued for sure. Like that's what I'm worried about because I was super fucking hyped about it until what the fuck was that game that I'm thinking of that fucking flopped so bad? The space game with the fucking.
Oh, you're talking about No Man's Sky?
No Man's Sky. I was so fucking hyped for this goddamn game, and it came out, and I played it for 11 hours, and I never fucking touched it again. It was just fucking trash.
It's an alright game.
It's fucking garbage.
It's
terrible.
boring, but
it's so fucking garbage. Like this is one of the few times I'm agreeing with Ferrix on whether or not a game is good. But like for Star Citizen, like
young Padawan,
probably like I don't know, a year or so. It's been crowdfunded for a while.
What do you think?
See, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, let's
Star Citizen.
I think I just got some spit up on my shirt.
Nice, bro.
So
it's awesome.
That's character.
Yeah. So like, okay, Connor, I'm gonna get to that in a second because that game is ridiculous. But Star Citizen, I'm like super excited for it if it ever actually finishes. That's the problem. Is it like for a long time it was like gradual increase, and then it got super fucking hyped, and like it skyrocketed with the crowdfunding, and then it kind of feels like it's plateaued. I haven't seen it like really go anywhere recently. I invested some money into it, I'll be honest, and I felt like I should help them out. Did my little part. I got me a nice fucking ship, and I'm ready. I'm part of I think me and Galahad and maybe like one or two other people. We're already I think we started a company or something inside the game. I don't remember. Anyways.
What is this game? It sounds amazing.
That's the thing. Is it okay? So hold on, because you're gonna fucking downplay it.
Wait.
You're gonna fucking downplay it,
I'm
and
not.
let me
I'm
handle
just
this.
gonna
You
say
are.
it is-
You downplay it. It's fucking terrible.
I was not gonna.
It's fucking
I'm not gonna say
terrifying.
that.
It's so true.
It's
fucking-
Sam, it's what
it's fucking
even
terrifying.
with ground combat is.
No.
Come
God,
online
see,
with PlanetSide mashed together.
Fucking-
There you go.
I told you. All right, so the idea that No Man's Sky had, where if you see it, you can go to it, which they actually didn't fucking do, that exists, right?
Yeah.
So there's no, and they still have the thing. They still have the thing where you can like literally transition from space to planet without any loading screens whatsoever. Supposedly.
That's super important to me. I think. Like I hate
Yes,
loading screens.
absolutely. I fucking
I
hate
love
them.
the seamlessness.
That's-
I loved the
that's-
seamlessness a lot.
Literally why I have fucking 2 1 terabyte SSDs RAID 0'd with all my games on it, because I hate loading screens. Loading games is the worst thing ever. But so you literally every single person in the game supposedly was going to be a user. So it was supposed to be like that super immersive RPG, MMORPG sort of space game where like you had traders, you had farmers, you had literally everything. And it's kind of like that game, oh my god, I forgot what it was called, but that they're supposed to come out now where it's like that as well, but it's just a RPG without a story. It's almost like that life game that Surf was talking about the other day. What's it called? The one where you just
Are we
like
talking
play
about, Second Life?
normal people.
Second Life,
It's,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
almost
Oh
like
my
a it's almost like a better Second Life. But yeah, so you can be a soldier, you can be just a normal person and everything. So like you really should look into Star Citizen, Cam, because it's insane. And
I mean, if
to
they're
get-
actually going to do something with it, then
well, so they have
take
like,
all your
they're-
money.
So the way they're producing it is, and if you look on their website, they have like almost like a have you seen like those continuum things where it's like a circle of we're doing this and this and this and this and this and then it's going to continue, right? So it's like a module based product. So, and this is getting into my like product management mindset, but anyway, so they have like a module that they're doing at a time, and once they do the module, they're doing the bugs for it and everything, and then they finalize it, and then they go to the next module, and then it's like a continuum thing where they go back and fix the old bugs or whatever, and they're trying to continuously finish the game. But there's different modules that they have they are trying to finish, and that's the thing, is we don't know when it's going to be done, if it ever is, because there's so much shit that they're trying to pack into this game.
Is that just how games are going to be nowadays?
I feel
That's
like
kinda
that,
what
I
it
was just
seems
gonna
like.
say like that's just
Nobody releases an actual finished game anymore. They just kind of release it when they get close enough to that's playable, and
as
then the
far as
rest of it
computer
is
games go, that
we'll
seems
fix
to
it
be the
later.
meta. Hey, it's
But do
early
you guys-
access.
Do you guys mind that though? I don't mind that.
Listen, I don't mind it if they plan on making the game into an actual fucking game at some point. Like, just as an example, and I don't want to like anger Surf here, but Arc has been in beta for
Oh.
like ever now.
it's years.
And
oh, yeah.
so is H1Z1. It's still like, I'm pretty sure they're still considering that game in beta. And like, it frustrates me when you invest money and lots of time and you spend time even like to people you don't know and like on Twitch, like promoting the game, and then years go by and it's still in beta. It still has bugs. People are still dumping money into the game and they're just not getting anywhere with it. It's
Yeah.
frustrating. So I don't have a problem with it as long as they continuously update, fix, and eventually legitimately plan to make it a full and finished game.
And part of that
So-
too is when you get into a game when it's so early access or when it's in alpha or beta, as the game continues to develop and they keep on adding characters or elements to the game that weren't previously there, I've had it happen to me before where the game eventually evolves into something that I'm not interested in anymore. Like because certain objectives have been put in, certain things have been taken out, and those were maybe my favorite parts of the game that they just completely wrecked, you know. And so that's always something that I'm very leery about. And I know people are always trying to get me personally to buy a whole bunch of new games here, there, and whatever, and play new games. And I guess that's why I have a hard time doing that, is because I've been burned. I stick to the ones that I'm happy with, and if there is one that really piques my interest, you know, I might try it out if I can get a copy of it for free for a weekend or something like that. But
Which is important to note, Steam family sharing, guys. Easy
Yeah.
way to
Yep.
do it.
The only problem I have with Steam family sharing is if the person that's sharing it is online, you can't use any of their stuff. Because I was doing that when I first started PC gaming, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever until that one night I really wanted to play something, and my buddy was online, and I couldn't, and then I had to buy it. And I was like, fuck family sharing. So stupid. Yeah, so like the reason I like early access games is because it gives me that excuse if something's fucked up that I'm just like, oh, it's early access, it's fine. So I mean, I don't go in with such a harsh criticism, I think, and also most of the time early access games are cheaper. And if what I've see, like $30 is probably the most. I've paid 40 for a game at least, but $30 is usually is like my cap of early access price. And if it's like under 30 and the gameplay that I've seen is good enough to intrigue me to want to play it, I can justify spending $30 on a game to just try it out. But I'm like I think I'm kind of like the opposite of you when it comes to games, though. Is I'm that guy, and we were just joking about this in Discord the other day because I posted my Steam DB stats or whatever, and I love trying new games. That's one of the reasons I love PC so much, is because there's so many different types of games that I could play a different game every single day and not get bored and not like run into the same game twice. There's just so many out there, and I'm just constantly looking for new stuff to try. I don't know. I play a game until I'm not interested, and then I move on.
Yep.
That's
do you
probably why
think
I
it's
spend so much
possible
money.
out there though? Do you think it's possible? And this goes for any of you guys that have game ADD. I know Cam's in the same boat.
All right,
Would
talk
there
about it.
be a perfect game that would bring you out of that?
No,
There has been in the
There's-
past,
there
but
can't.
lately,
I mean,
Do you
so
do you
Well, I
have
never
one that's
used-
persistently that you keep
I-
going back to it all?
I never used
Yeah,
to
I
be that
do.
way, honestly. But Skyrim left me in like a video game hole. It left me in like a black hole of like just try everything until something fills that void. And like
Yeah.
there's been games here and there where like I'll stick with them for, you know, like a couple months, but then I'll just like let them go and stuff. But I mean that was like really like the last game that I just like I would play that game every time I would play video games for like a year straight. Like I would play I would switch on and off here and there like just to kind of like refresh my interest in it, but it was like that game all the time forever.
If they would ever
Yeah.
reskin, if they would ever update the graphics on EverQuest and not touch a single other thing in the game, I would play that for a couple of years.
Yeah.
yeah, see, I've never played it. So to me, Battlefield 4, I literally, if like right now, right after this, if you guys were like, yo, let's jump in Battlefield 4, I'd be like, okay, let's go. I'll
If I
fucking
had
do
it,
it.
totally would do.
142 though, Will.
Do what?
142 was better.
No, it wasn't.
Oh yeah, the Titans.
I literally hate everything about your video game taste. And that's like a podcast topic in itself. We can go into that if you want. You have
Just
me and you.
Wait.
I was gonna say something, but it's not the truth.
you know,
I
you
was
have
gonna
to
say
play
that
a
you have
game
to-
for more than 3 days to get an accurate description of it.
You
know that?
fucking make an
you know-
opinion on a game before you even touch it.
Truth.
ESO is a
I've seen-
great.
I've
Oh no. ESO is a great fucking example too, because you were talking about how fucking terrible bad it was, and then now you're playing and you're right there with us.
Mhm. I played.
Hmm.
What was my highest level character in that game?
I don't know. What was it?
Bah.
Did I stutter?
Bah, bah.
50. So I put more. I played the hell out of that game.
Prove it.
It's deleted now.
No, just so happens to be deleted. Yeah.
Ask Krim. You don't believe me?
I'll tell you though, if they make
Criminal
another Elder
support
Scrolls
us.
single player Elder Scrolls game, like another
Oh, Elder Scrolls are good.
They are.
dude, I'm telling you, if they because they already have said that they are making another one, right? They just don't
Yeah.
have like a release date. When that game comes out, fuck everything else that exists that's a video game. Well,
I'm
not
the same
Absolutely.
way about Pantheon. Yeah, when Pantheon comes out, I'm hoping that'll be.
I'm a
There was
huge
that-
Can't wait. I can't wait for
Huge
Pantheon
Elder
to
Scrolls fan.
just disappoint you.
He's
So you
hateful.
know what I
Just-
feel every time a new game comes out.
Well, you can't even. How can you say that you like games when you don't ever stick with them for more than 3 days?
So my personality is I get really into something
Mhm.
and I play it. I set goals for myself, right? So I set goals. Just Crim's mad too.
Okay.
I set goals, and once I reach those goals, if I can't just see another goal that I want to work towards immediately,
Mhm.
then I lose interest, because that's what games are about to me. Like I go
So
like
you get
ESO
in
is a perfect example. Like my goal right now is to get my bow to level 50 so I can get the ulti. Like when that happens, if I can't find another goal to work towards, I'm probably going to lose interest.
I see. So
But there's-
tutorial complete. Check. Time to move on. Gotcha.
That's how is that tutorial complete?
Because you only play games for like 3 days. She's like, well, my goal
they're
today
that
is I'm gonna
uninteresting,
complete the
yeah.
tutorial.
There is games that are that uninteresting. This is true. I've played
Yeah.
some of those games.
Yeah, Call of Duty.
Everyone except for World at War.
Yep. Thank you, Cam.
But so
I'm
I
just
mean,
kidding. There are good ones, but World at War is the best.
agree to disagree. But I mean, I just like I go into games with a mind, like when the first time I play a game, I'm playing it to see if I like it or to experience it myself, because I'll watch other people play it. Normally, I'm not even gonna say normally. I don't think I've ever bought a game without watching gameplay of it beforehand. It's a thing.
Oh,
I
I
have
do.
to watch gameplay. I've never, even horror games,
Oh, I
like
have to as well. Yeah.
when I don't want to be surprised, I'll watch like 5 minutes of it and be like, yes, I'm gonna buy this. But so like I like to go into games to see what I think of them, and then once I figure that out, I'm like, okay, here's what I want to do with this game. And if I hit that and don't see another thing, then I'm like, hey, I want to do this. Or sometimes this happens as well. If something else new and shiny comes out, and I'm like,
Yep.
oh shit, that looks really cool too. Like I'll fucking like veer off and go do that, and then forget this game exists, and
Yeah, see.
maybe not ever come back.
I know Ferrex is gonna be like, yeah, right, but I have ADHD, so like I'm the same way. I'll be into a game, right? And I can be like, if I'm not super invested into it, I'll be having fun and I enjoy playing it. But then like, new and big shiny game comes out and I'm like, bring that shit over here, and then I'll play that. And it's like a vicious cycle for me where like if it's not interesting enough to keep me focused on it for like months and months straight, there's a good chance it's going to get pushed out for something else. Like I know right now there's people that might go back and watch this for my channel who are still mad at me for I still haven't finished Final Fantasy VII. But like
I haven't either.
I was so into that game, but like I stopped playing it for a couple days and I lost interest in like the grindiness that I needed to do still, and got hooked onto some other stuff, and it just kind of like it got lost in me. Like I love the game. I loved all the time I spent into it. I still plan on finishing it at some point and finishing some of the other Final Fantasy games. But the amount of time that I needed to put into it versus the amount of time I wanted to put into other games didn't add up, and it started to get boring. So I had to push it off to the side.
Krim just asked a question. He said he's asking like, what about doing stuff that you don't want to do in games? He's like, for an example, like in EQ, he had to help Ferrex because Ferrex sucks at games for like an epic. I worked for his epic for months, plural.
Yep.
Yep. And asked if I would do that, even though it's not my goal. I mean, not a chance. Like, there's no way. And I mean, I just don't have the patience to do something I don't want to do, and I just couldn't do
now,
it.
guys, this is the part of the stream that we've been telling you we had a surprise about. We are fixing to watch Baby Surf be breastfed on cam.
Yes. Oh Oh, he's so
That's
damn good.
hilarious.
He's getting fussy, so thought I'd bring he's I don't want to be weird about it, but his eyes are like this big right now. Hey, buddy.
What is that on your head, Dad?
Yeah, I know.
Somebody just blew some weed in his in his
Oh, man.
face in the other room.
Oh no,
That's
don't do that.
Jesus.
That's not
Probably
even-
one of the worst things.
This
you
is
could
my
do, don't do that.
child.
No, it works fine. Look, what I was raised on Jack Daniels and Benadryl. Look what happened.
Oh
Look
my
how it turned out.
god.
That
Yeah.
explains so many things.
I mean,
Oh my
have
God.
have you guys never played Hide before?
Not
Moving
I
on.
didn't, I didn't learn till like 10 that there was supposed to be a seek part to that.
They took me out to the pier and they
Wow.
said hide.
That's
right,
funny.
we're gonna play Hide.
All right,
the
so
quiet
now that everybody's here and not laughing at cartoon dicks, we're gonna go into a serious question.
Damn it.
So my buddy sent me this last night, and like I said, so he just recently got out. Well, not recently, about a year and some change ago, got out of the Navy and is working for a tech startup in DC. And he has to deal with other civilians, and a lot of people don't really understand how different it is being in the quote unquote normal world. But he asked us, me and my other really good friend, a question. And he says, what do you do when you realize someone has it out for you, whether on a personal or professional level? And my response really was, I'll read it, in quote. This was last night, I think. But I said, depends on if I can do something about it. I said, professionally, I usually just try and make myself invaluable to the people that they work for, so they have no choice but to work with or for me. And then personally, I just ignore them and stop associating. Have you guys ever really ran into something like that? And then how did you guys go about dealing with it, professionally or personally? Whoever wants to go first.
A lot of times, if I get a sense that somebody has it out for me, the first thing I do is try and figure out why, and if I know why, I try and alleviate whatever reason they might have to have it out for me. If they're just being a dick, then I don't. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do that gets back at them or that shows them that you're catching onto their games? Aside from what you were saying, just move on. Nobody has time for that kind of nonsense. So,
Well, have you ever run into it professionally?
In my profession, not really. Yeah, no, I've been lucky enough, I suppose, to work with people that seem like, addressing an issue and putting it out in the open is better than just, either trying to sabotage somebody's career or, something like that. I work with some pretty chill people, so.
What about you, Ferrix?
So, I guess
this should be interesting.
it really kind of depends on I guess like what they're trying to accomplish. Like, professionally, they have it out for me. Is this a superior? Is this a subordinate? Is this a same level? Because but as a generic answer, I basically try, if they're not, I don't know, like I said, it depends on how much of the effect they can have on me. Like professionally, if they can get me fired, like if they're either the same level of me or above, then I start to engineer my defense and my assault soon to come. Like if they're below me, I don't worry about them. I'll just address it and be like, hey, I see what you're doing, and if I have the, and if you don't stop, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you up, boy.
And but normally I'm the kind of guy, and I'm telling on myself a little bit, is that I'm very peaceful, and I'm very, I'll give you the shirt off my back, man. I will do anything for you, until you fuck me or my family over. Now, once you've done that, because see, most people, I hate to say this, most people can't really get over on me because, number one, I don't do anything like in a professional situation that would get me fired or anything like that, because it's just too easy to follow the rules. Secondly, I try to think long term game. You know, I mean, I'll let them think they'll win the battle, but then I will decimate them in the war. You know, where I'd want them unemployed. You know, have their fucking house loan called and stuff like that.
Jesus.
Um,
Oh my god.
you know, and stuff like that, or I'll, you know, or they'll get a kilo of cocaine in the trunk, something like that. You know, I don't know.
That would do it.
I don't,
Jesus.
but I've never run up to that.
Do you want
know?
them to go to jail or their entire family to go to jail?
Everybody.
The family, pretty much.
And
I mean,
you
like,
go to jail, and you go to jail, and you go to
Right.
jail.
And I don't know. It's just kind of like I'm the kind of person that I don't. You know, it's just like, hey, you know, everything's cool. Just don't be ignorant, and let's just be peaceful. That's a lot easier. But if you decide to cross that boundary, and it's not hard to tell what those boundaries are with me. I don't ever under any circumstances believe when dealing with me and any type of retribution that the punishment should ever fit the crime. I mean, when I bite hard so that, you know, and the first time that I don't, because I don't want to have to deal with that issue again. And like, you know, I've been in, you know, management positions, this, that, and the other, and somebody, now it normally starts with somebody not doing, because anytime you've got conflict, somebody's not doing what the hell they're supposed to do.
So
You know,
true.
whether that's just being, look, you do your job and don't worry about what the fuck I'm doing, or anything like that. If people just mind their own business and do the right thing, there would be no conflict at all. But if somebody wants to play the game, then okay, you know, game on, challenge fucking accepted, and you're gonna have to work long and hard to get underneath me, because, you know, I'll be one of those guys that, you know, gains the trust, and then this, that, and the other, and then when I find out some information you confide in me, a deep dark secret, that shit'll be on fucking YouTube the next day.
Jesus Christ. Well,
Because, you know, I mean, because it's just so much easier not to fuck with somebody, and if somebody does fuck with me, okay, you've obviously wanted to engage in that battle with me, because it's just too easier not to, you know, not to do it, you know. But somebody's
Yeah.
fucking up if there's a conflict. Somebody's being an asshole. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But, you know, I really do try to give it, you know, it's just like, and I'll warn people. I'll ignore it as much as I can. If I can't ignore it, I'll warn them. If they don't take the warning, then game on. Yeah, I mean, and when you fight to win. You know, there's no draw for me, I guess, if that's the way I should
Yeah.
say.
yeah, that makes sense. What about you, Cam? How do you handle shit like that?
I mean, I'm kind of with Ferris in just I'll just try to ignore that kind of person. Like, I'm not big in confrontation. That's just not me. And if it's in personal life, if it's really to a point where I feel like someone's really, like, you know, got it out for me or whatever, then, you know what? Screw them. That's it. You know, I just cut ties with that person, be like, all right, you know, it's nice knowing you, you're a dick, whatever. See you later. Like, I don't need that kind of stress in my personal life. Especially when you think of all the other, when you think about what's involved in everyday, like, day-to-day activities and stuff, like, you don't need that kind of stress in your life for someone to be, like, crazy and having it out for you and, like, trying to plot revenge, or, you know, you don't need that kind of shit. In my professional life, at my job, I'm lucky enough where, like, I can, you know, if I feel like someone's really got something against me and really got something out for me or whatever, because of my job and who I work with, I can, like, you know, I can walk up to him and be like, you're being a fuck, stop being a fuck, right? Like, you're being an asshole, stop. Like, I don't have to, like, beat around the bush or, like, worry about, I can be like, dude, you're, you know, to put it bluntly, you're being a freaking asshole and you need to stop. Like, there's only two ways this is going to go. You're either going to stop, we're going to take it up with management. Like, you know, so it's not, I don't really let it get too far. I mean, there's always a lot of, like, we're always throwing punches at each other kind of thing. Not like literal punches, but you know what I mean? Like, verbal jabs at each other, just messing around and stuff. Cause that's just the environment. You know, I'm essentially a carpenter. So it's, you know, it's rough work. You know, you can't be like a delicate person and do that kind of job, in my opinion, at least there anyways.
Right.
But if I feel like it gets, if I feel like, and it has to a degree with certain coworkers I've worked with in the past that are no longer there for various reasons. But if I felt like it had gotten to a point where, like, it's getting too serious, I'm just going to go talk to the supervisor about it. Like, you really want to get to that point, then, like, you know what? We're just going to handle this like adults. Because, like, there's like the childish way where we yell at each other and we call each other stupid and swear at each other, whatever. And then we'll blow up and be fine. But if I feel like it's to a point where it's affecting my ability to work and the other person's ability to work, then we're going to handle this like adults, because that's what we are. So that's the way I look at it.
I've also found that when people try, most people are not good at that game either. It's like, okay,
No, they think they are, but they're not.
yeah, they think they are, but they're not. It's
Yeah.
like, you were late to work the other day. I'm gonna go tell management. Oh, okay. And you find out who it is, and then all you have to do is wait. What's the saying from Sun Tzu? Wait by the river long enough, and eventually you'll see the bodies of your enemies float by.
That sounds about right.
Something like that. And that's me. I just like, okay, I'll just wait, because eventually you will screw up. Nobody is perfect. And when I catch you, I'm going to exploit it. But anyway,
So
it's just not worth it.
I'm going to exploit it.
Unfortunately, like in my job field, it's a constant ladder that you're trying to climb. All right, and I mean, I haven't really had a career outside of the military, so I can't compare it. But inside the military, it's constantly you're trying to get to the next level, and a lot of people have a bad habit of trying to use the people beside and above them to get to that next level. So you get a lot of people fucking people over, stabbing them in the back, talking shit behind them. Just like it's a fucking cutthroat, and it's rough, and it's hard to not fall into that. And I know for me professionally, that's kind of why I say make yourself invaluable to the person that person works for, because then they have no fucking choice, especially in the military. Like, if your boss likes me more than you, then you're fucked. Now you have to deal with me. There's nothing you can do. So, and I've always been really outgoing, and it's easy for me to make friends, not to be like a conceited fuck, but like, it's easy for me to, if I see somebody that I need to be friends with, I can make them, I can usually make them like me, unless I really hate them, and it's hard for me to fake it at that point. But
well, and that's kind of social engineering 101. Like, it's not difficult. It's not necessarily overly difficult to be likable. People just like it when you ask them questions about themselves, and that you show a general interest in what they're doing, and that kind of stuff. But I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm curious as to how it is outside of the military, and I mean, because even in normal everyday careers, not to belittle anybody outside the military, it's just I don't know what to fucking compare it to, so I don't know what the words to use, but it's disconcerting hearing him, who is recently out of the military, bring that up as a problem, because I thought that once I got out, I wouldn't have to deal with it anymore, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, when I talk about, I was saying how I don't really catch much of that kind of stuff, but I do want to say, what Cam was saying about the guys that he works with being more or less direct and just saying, "Hey, you freaking idiot, what the hell are you doing?" Like, I work with probably like 98% women, comprises the people that I work with. And there is a lot of like behind the back chat or behind the back talking. And I don't think it's necessarily for personal gain, because in the teaching profession, getting up a higher grade or getting up whatever, it's solely based on how much education you have yourself, to make you more marketable. And so, people aren't constantly jockeying for a position and that kind of thing. But there is definitely, gossip, I guess, if that's what you want to call it, or whatever, So it's interesting.
Yeah, and so I just think it's entertaining to point out that I think their ears were burning, because Brady White in chat right now is the third part of that triangle of friends that I was telling you guys about. And actually, I didn't even message him or anything. He popped in right as we started talking about it. So I thought that was actually entertaining. So everybody say hi to Brady. Hello, how you doing? Now we're gonna point you
Hi,
out and make
Brady.
you feel weird.
What's up,
Yep.
Brady?
How you doing? How you doing, buddy?
So actually, now that he's here, let's read his response to this because it was actually really, really entertaining. So Brady is kind of an asshole, and his
I
yeah.
already like him.
So this is I'm gonna read. Oh my goodness. This is his response, right? I definitely take more of a cunty approach. Never pass up the opportunity to make them look dumb. Make sure people around them see how dumb they are. Assert dominance in any way possible. Be extra guarded. Pounce on the smallest of mistakes. Indirectly talk shit by seeming concerned about something dumb they are doing. It's super cunty and petty, and not the best way to handle things, but fuck them. They started. Don't mess with my nut.
I like it.
All right. And then,
It works.
yeah.
Works.
And then, yeah. So he said, I don't know if you guys have seen House of Cards, but he said, think Frank Underwood, but less kissing dudes. That was his send off.
I've never seen House of Cards.
My favorite
Well, then
character.
you don't get
Yep.
that reference then.
Yes,
But yeah,
I do. I
so
love
that's
it.
Brady.
In the first
Yeah.
10 minutes of the series, he strangles a dog that's on the sidewalk. Like strangles it with his bare
Christ.
hands.
He put
Yeah,
it out
yeah.
of its misery. It got hit by a vehicle, but yeah. Yeah,
okay,
he said
well,
some
that's
kissing
totally
dudes is
different.
okay. He said some kissing dudes is okay, but just not too much. You just gotta
Right.
there's a line.
Sometimes you just gotta kiss a dude. Like it's just
Sometimes you gotta make some love.
If
Fucking
you're
give
not
her some
abused to me,
smooches,
then
too.
you're
Listen.
my opponent.
$20 is $20.
Exactly. So we definitely got off topic.
No.
And I do want to.
No.
I got to bring back up our topics here because I got super into that topic. That was a good one.
That was a good topic. It
Um,
was because that's the thing that happens all the time.
Yeah, and I mean, it's interesting to me to see what it's going to be like on the outside. So that should be interesting. Let's see. Got another one here. Let's see. So one of the other questions goes back to kind of the streaming thing. Is the best and worst voice comm software you have used? And I assume they mean like in the Discord or stuff like that. And Brady caught my Tenacious D reference. But yeah, so like what's like the best and worst comms? To me, TeamSpeak was the fucking most cancerous thing I've ever used in my entire life. I fucking hate TeamSpeak.
Oh, I never used
And
TeamSpeak.
I only used it. The only time I ever used it was on this RP server for Arma 3, where it was Arma 3 Life, and you actually had to go. You had to put in You had to put in an application. You had to have an in-person interview in TeamSpeak with one of their admins, and you had to
Whoa.
basically be in character the entire time, explain who you are and what your background was and everything. And it was really, really, really fun and interesting, but I had to use TeamSpeak, and it was so fucking annoying that I quit playing on the server because it annoyed me so much. What about you guys? I heard Ventro was pretty bad too, but I never used it.
Yeah,
I liked all of them. I mean, I didn't really have issues. There were things. I think best by far is Discord, no doubt.
Yeah, hands down.
Oh yeah, same.
Like worst for me. Now this is going to show my age, but there is a God, Krim. What was that first one we used? It was like it
Carrier
had a
pigeons.
walkie-talkie icon. Yeah, that's it. Fucking an abacus.
Oh,
Not a calculator? Isn't that a calculator? How does
Yeah,
that
it
communicate
is.
voice?
It is.
Uh,
It is a calculator. Yeah.
Old words.
Yeah, that's right. Oh God, it was a walkie-talkie kind of thing. Roger Wilco, that's what it was.
Mumble was one.
Mumble was the worst one by far. Between Mumble and Curse, I hated those two.
Curse wasn't bad, dude.
Curse is actually its own thing now.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I will reformulate my opinion.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess we can't talk about things.
So
talk about
all right.
things
So
then.
since Curse wasn't bad, I guess I'll have to stick with Mumble. Mumble was probably the least user friendly, shittiest voice quality, and crappy server I've ever used.
Really?
I never used it personally. I went from what the fuck was I using before Curse? I don't even remember what I was using before Curse. Excuse me. I think it was. I think I went from TeamSpeak to straight to Curse. I think I did Skype for a little bit, but yeah, I think I went like TeamSpeak, Curse, or TeamSpeak, Skype, Curse, and I stayed on Curse for forever. And then Discord is like a godsend. I had my own.
I know, and
yeah,
Will
I think
didn't want to do Discord either. When I tried it, man, come Discord.
didn't.
Nah, it sucks. I don't want to do that. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I don't know. And I haven't used Ventura or Mumble. So I can't really comment
was
on
pretty
those.
good. I liked Ventrilo.
What
'Cause
was
it
different
had- the
about
thing
it
I
than
like about-
everything else?
Ventrilo, you had to like, I think in order to have like
Ventrilo,
an
that's it.
established server in Ventrilo, you had to pay for it.
Oh, really?
You could get up to like, I don't know, what, 32 people or some kind of crazy.
Oh,
I
you
can't
could.
remember.
Well, we used to use it for WoW rating back in the day. So yeah, you could have. God, I don't know. I think you could have up to like. I think honestly, you could have up to like over 50 people in there, but I could be wrong. Maybe it also depended on how you paid for it. I don't know. The person who ran our guild was the one that we used the Ventrilo for, and then once I stopped like playing WoW, I never used Ventrilo again. So I don't know.
Hold
There
on.
was one.
I gotta
can't
clip
remember
this.
which one had it. Which one? Which
Oh,
one
I'm
had
clipping
a?
this sneeze.
Thanks. Okay, good job. One of them had a. I can't remember whether it was TeamSpeak
Oh, okay.
or whether it was. Thank you, Connor.
Oh,
I can't remember whether it was
Just
Ventrilo
use it
or TeamSpeak, but one of them had an app that you could get on the phone. Now I want to say it was Ventrilo, maybe. I don't know.
I
but
feel like it
anyway,
was I feel like it's TeamSpeak.
It might have been, but I really like that. And of course now Discord's got the app. But yeah, I mean pretty much Ventrilo.
Yeah.
But on a side note, speaking of, they say they will never charge for Discord, but how are they making their money? I mean, for the immense server infrastructure that they have to provide such good quality and free servers for everybody. I mean, you want to create no and just here you go, here's that. You can set the. I mean,
Yeah.
that costs money. I mean, hell, I know how much it costs just for us to keep up our little operation we've got here, and you do that you multiply that for that many people. How are they making money?
Well, I know they have partnerships with Twitch, and Twitch like actually 100 like literally reps them. So they have that, and then
I wonder for how long. I wonder for how.
You cut out.
Because
I
they
didn't hear
just-
the last part.
I'm wondering how long it's gonna last for because they just took over Curse and they're trying to make Curse.
That's
like,
what the
Twitch-
Twitch chat
Twitch
is
is
now. It's
true,
just
Twitch
a
is Twitch is
reskinned
trying to make
Curse.
Twitch is trying to make their newly acquired Curse into like Twitch Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Because I mean, I get that you can buy the little package or whatever, but what I always thought was going to happen is that they said we'll never charge for it. What I thought was going to happen is that they were putting it out there. Oh yeah, hey guys, there's this new voice chat software, this that, and there, and wait till it gets integrated into almost every gamer or every guild, everything, and they say, oh okay, by the way, now it's $50 a month.
Yeah.
'Cause,
I mean, I
people
could see
would
that.
pay it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd pay a sub fee to use Discord. It's just that good.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
they will. I don't think they will though.
I mean,
I
they
don't
say
see that
they're not
happening,
ever
though.
going to do it.
Worst thing.
They
I mean, I
said
could see.
officially, but-
Yeah. So Tortilla came out with it. He said premium features that you have to buy. I mean, I
hate that.
could see
I
that.
would- I hate.
Well, they've
when
already
things-
got it with the Nitro.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I would
like
rather just I would rather just pay for something either once or on like a monthly basis and have all the features, or just not have it at all. Versus like, here's a free version that's like complete shit, and then here's all this cool stuff. Like I hate that. I hate
Yeah.
it so much.
I mean, as long as it's worth it though. Like I don't know. I'm bad with money, so I just like throw it at things. So if it's like if I seem it's like any
Yeah,
ways, any bit of yeah. Yeah, integrating ads and stuff like I could see that as well.
That would drive me nuts.
I mean, as long as they don't like there's yeah, that would suck a lot.
That would suck.
Especially because everybody uses
that-
it for streaming.
With a Nitro thing, I mean, it's pretty good because if you
What is
pay for
Nitro?
the Nitro, it's how you pay $5 I think a month, and you get Nitro for your account, and it basically gives you an animated avatar that you can have, and that it changes your file upload from 8 megs to 50.
Oh wow.
I
I've
didn't
actually
even know
ran
that was a
in.
thing.
I've actually run into it a lot trying to post screenshots of my fucking monitor into Discord because the big like 3440 by 1440, like the fucking file sizes are stupid. So
I'm sure they are.
yeah. So unless it's like a shitty graphics game, like I don't often I have to like upload it to Google Drive and link that or something.
Let's see what you get. Yep, animated avatar. Use custom emojis everywhere. Boosted upload limit from 8 megs to 50 megs, and then rep your Discord server. Basically, you get a badge that says how long you've supported Discord with a badge. So basically, the only thing really worth a shit is the upload limit. Instead of it being 8 megs, it goes to 50 megs, and it's $4.99 a month.
I don't know if that's worth it to me, honestly, because I could just as
Well,
easily.
If you got a web
I
server,
mean,
no,
I mean
it's
the
not,
the perks
Yeah.
aren't worth it, but supporting Discord, I guess, is worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah, there's that.
that's kind of the fight I have is like, well, it is worth it, and $5 a month. I don't know if I mind, wouldn't mind catching these guys, but I wonder if it's. I guess that's just you in the server. Like you can't, like the person that
You
owns
can't
the
like
server
buy it for
couldn't
your
just.
server.
Yeah, I mean, I would
Oh
imagine
yeah.
not. But
Good.
then again, with them not making any money that we know about, like from their users, uh, I don't know.
Yeah. Oops. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it's a really interesting topic, and I would like to look further into that for next week for sure. And then I do want to hit one more topic tonight before we end. So we got about about 20 minutes. Has gaming ever ruined a relationship for you? I know for me, I before I like this is like I for a long time I was like fake in relationships and shit, so I wouldn't I was like a closet nerd, so like I was the same on the inside, but I wouldn't show it, and I didn't play video games as much, and the person I was with like uh and I don't know, I just didn't really open up about it, and I kind of hid it. And then once I realized like, man, it's kind of shitty not being yourself in a relationship, I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna find somebody that accepts it, and after that point it hasn't, but it was kind of shitty because like fucking Brady is like shitting on me right now in chat. But
oh,
so it's like,
the
I don't know, like
skeletons are out to play today, Will.
I know, Jesus. And I mean, so like I would not play video games because I was afraid that I would get judged and shit. And it was funny too because I'm talking to that girl now. She's like, "Oh my god, you're such a nerd. This is like a new person." And I was like, "No, it's not. I just had to be fake around you because you would judge me." And she's like, "Oh," and I was like, It's interesting to look back on it and see how much different I am as far as like the exterior of me, and how, it's still the same me, but, real Will is the best real Brady. You're correct. So, yeah, that's mine.
It's never really been a problem for me because, I mean, whenever I dealt with, I don't know, see, I'm kind of I put logic before feelings a lot. If anybody's ever taken the 16 types of personality, by the way, I'm the, what do they
Yeah.
call it, the commander. That's pretty neat.
The
For
asshole
anybody
or,
look,
what?
yeah,
I
pretty
forgot
much.
what you call it
Because
specifically.
I'm very logic based, so it's just like, I've had issues where it's like, oh, what do are you gonna play the computer again? Yeah, I am. I mean, and it's one of those deals that it's just like, hey, listen, here's the fuck how it happens. Now, if you don't like it, well, then get the fuck out. I mean, that's just that. I'm not gonna have you bitching about me or how much time I spend on the computer. And then somebody tried to argue me. It's like, well, there's just so much to do, and there's all, I was like, well, first of all, why does it matter to you? Now, this is not in a relationship aspect because obviously, that what you do involves the other person, but like friends and stuff like that. I was like, first of all, why do you care? Why does it bother you what I do with my life one way or the other?
And I said, secondly, I tell you what, I will make you a deal and anybody else that wants to argue that point a deal. So mostly my games were subscription based. So let's say they were $15 a month. And I said, I tell you what, you go find me something that I can do for $15 a month that entertains me the sheer amount of hours that being on this computer does, and I'll go fucking do that. Until that happens, then you need to just
Fuck
go
off.
look. Well, you need to go.
You can just fuck off.
Well, yeah, I mean, just go in the drawer, open the fucking top of it, and see if there's a fuck off shirt, because I'm sure one fits you.
I
That's
agree.
And
hilarious.
so yeah, because I just I've seen Will exactly said what I want to get out of the way. I mean, there's no use in me being fake, because anybody can wear any mask they want for 6 months, but when you live together with somebody for a year, pretty much fucking all bets are off at that point. You know what there is, and
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna put up. I mean, my fiance now, she games with me, and she hasn't in a while because nothing really good has come out. But we'll sit next to each other and game for fucking hours. When we both got a weekend off, just sit there and just do it. Because I'm not gonna fight that fight. I am too fucking old, too set in my ways, and too fucking antisocial to have that fight. And I just, if you are with me and that's how I am, then if you have a problem with it later on, well then, fuck you. There's no false advertising going on here. You can get the fuck out. So anyway, that's just my opinion on it. So no, I've never had a problem.
Yeah. I was gonna ask Surf, but I think Baby Surf had other options.
Baby Surf is
But yeah. Zach had a question.
I
in
do.
chat there, folks.
I do, Zach.
I think that's the first time you let that slip live, at least on the
it's
ISN
never come
channel.
up before.
This is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
It
it's
has never come up before.
And she lets you drink that much milk. She wants him to have some strong bones.
There is one thing that I can promise you never goes on in this household, is that nobody lets me do anything. I will take her feelings into consideration, but there you're like yeah, that wouldn't go over well.
Yeah.
There's
I mean,
no letting. I mean, I'm not sexist anymore. I think women should be treated like queens, and I think they should be the most important thing in a man's life, and they should be put on a pedestal, no doubt. But I'm gonna do me, and I don't ask for much. And for me to have my little computer time and this, that, and the other. I mean, not to put too fucking fine a point on it, but I'm the fucking king of this fucking castle. There's no doubt about that. If they, and if the peasants don't like it, they can go find another fucking farm to live on.
God
Holy
damn.
shit.
I know, like,
Sometimes the way you
I
word
know-
shit, Ferris.
yeah.
Well,
I know
it's
for
like-
me.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just say for me, like, I mean, obviously you're a little bit older than I am. So it took time for me to, I don't know, like, get into that mindset. As for a long time, like, I grew up and I was like in long-term relationships since I was like fucking 15. So like I never really had time on my own. And I like basically my personality molded to whatever the girl I was dating wanted it to be.
Ooh.
for so long. And then
So
eventually I broke up. Literally, I broke up with the girl that I'm talking about, and I called Brady, who's in chat right now, and was like, dude, I need a place to stay, because I was living with her. And I was at his house with my bags when him and Zach, the guy that posed that question earlier, showed up. And then, I just fucking lived on their couch for like 3 months. It was amazing. But, no, not Tiff, Brady, Alana, obviously.
Name drops. Name drops.
I'll name drop. I
Write
don't
it
give a
down.
fuck.
Write
I've
it
told
down,
her.
guys.
I've told her. So, anyways, but like that. I mean, that was my big thing. Is like eventually I realized that I was being fake, and that's like it's the worst fucking
It's the
thing to
worst
me
thing.
now.
It's
And
the
it
worst thing.
oh god, it annoys the fuck out of me that I was like that looking back. And I'm like, and I know who I am now, and I love me now. I'm the happiest I've been in probably my entire life. I just love being me. And looking back on past Will, I just it's cringy. It's just to like think about
So cringy.
the shit that I fucking did and how much of a fucking bitch I was. Like, it's frustrating to think about. And it's just annoying. So I mean, like the does gaming or has gaming ruined a relationship question? Like, it literally hinges on the fact that you need to be with fucking people that appreciate you for you, and fuck everybody else.
Absolutely.
Fuck
Yes.
everybody else, dude. Anybody that doesn't fucking like you for who you are, fuck them. They're fucking useless. And not to like get really like. I'm like it makes me angry, but like not to get like super vulgar about it, but yeah, fuck them.
No, you're
That's
completely
all
right.
there is to it.
If there's people in your life that can't accept you for who you are, then like you said, fuck those people. Like that's because like you should never have to change your personality or anything like that to accommodate the people around you. That should never be a compromise you make in your life. Like, you know who you are who you are. Don't change that because this person's like, well, I don't fucking like that. Well, then fuck off. Like, if you don't like it, that's too fucking bad. Oh well.
Doesn't
well,
fucking affect
and
me.
I don't even have hard feelings when it gets to that point. It's like, hey, I don't like who you are. Okay.
Yeah, I don't
You
either.
know,
Like,
but I
all right,
mean,
well,
Neat.
but it's like, don't
Yeah.
stay. Wait, I thought you didn't like. Don't stay if you don't like it. You know, it's just like,
Yeah.
and I tell you the thing that the thing that kills me is it's speaking of the whole fake aspect of it. Now this can go on for way too long, and we're like running up against 10
we're gonna
minutes.
have
But I'll just throw that out there. But like, I don't. This is bordering on religion, so you know it may not want to be talked about. But it's like I don't get people that like you've got a woman. Well, first of all, I don't believe in getting married that quickly. But anyway, people that like have like if I got married to a woman and you know my wife was one way, then once we get married, she totally changes. You know, because you hear the whole stereotype. Oh, you
Yeah.
know, once you get married, then they feel like they control you. Well, I don't understand the hesitation of men to put that shit on the curb because I'd be like, bitch, I will divorce you in a heartbeat if you're gonna turn into this naggy ass fucking fat body ball busting bitch. Your shit is on the curb. I mean, you know, you can get half of the bills if you want heifer, but anyway, I just don't get the people that use marriage and get scared is the only way I can think of to get divorced. If they turn into somebody totally different, you know, it's just like, no, I mean, that's like fucking false advertising. You know, I mean, it's like, look, this is who I was when you met me. I'm still that person. This is who you were then, and this is who you are now. That's not the same person. I didn't marry this person over here. So, fucking out. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah. And sorry if you just missed a really deep conversation.
Yeah. Sorry.
But in 1 minute or less, actually 1.5 minutes or less, has gaming ever ruined a relationship? Go.
Not a relationship that was worth saving in the first place.
That's a good answer.
Nailed it.
That's
There
a good
you
answer,
go.
dude. That's a good answer. On that note,
That was off the
I think
cuff.
yeah,
Fuck it.
I
I'm
think-
married, man. She
Yeah.
tolerates it. I
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
dude,
all good.
Mrs. Surf is the shit. Like 100%.
She is a patient woman,
Yeah.
and she also
All right.
knows how to work a fucking crematory. So I don't toe the line that often.
It's not where I thought that was going, but all right.
Wow. Here's the hill and that
It can
comment.
make me
just-
grit the walk within about a half an hour, so that's no big
yeah.
deal.
Crema of something. 750.
I was gonna say cream of surf. Nope, not cream of surf.
No, you don't want to say
Oh,
that.
Jesus.
And
Where's
after all
Galahad?
that,
Where's
I'll
Galahad?
end with something on a positive note. There you guys go.
What is that? Oh, for everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about.
So true.
Yeah, you're right. All right, well, now we're ending on that beautifully kind note. We're gonna invite
Very special.
Denise to come back in and make any announcements that we need to make, and then we'll close this up and let you guys go have the rest of your fun-filled evening.
She did say in Discord, no announcements. Go ahead, Will, and finish her out.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Well, we just want to thank you guys for sticking around with us personally. because this is why we do this stuff, and it means a lot to me in particular, and I know it means a lot to them too, that you guys take time out of your lives to come hang out with us, and the stuff that you guys do that's not seen in Discord, and just checking to make sure I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna fucking mute
Yes.
you.
No,
God
please
damn
don't.
it.
Come on, Will. Tell him.
No, I
Tell 'em how
can't
much you
fucking
love 'em, Will.
concentrate when you do this.
Tell him how
shit.
much you love him, Will.
No, because I'm just like a fucking squirrel, and I'm looking at you playing fucking guitar. God damn it. Anyways, I can't. All right. Scene. All right. He's gonna wait till I start talking. He's gonna do it.
What?
What?
Just close
You
this out,
guys
Will.
are-
No big deal.
Come on, Will.
You guys are awesome. I fuck it. I'll just keep going. No, for serious. Like, so, like, you notice a lot of the times, like, it's for like right now, I think if I look down the user list, like it's most ISN and Brady, and but like basically like you guys are you guys are the reason that we're affiliated most of all, because at any given time, like as soon as we go live, you guys are there, keeping us going. So hats off to you guys, and cheers. But if you guys are watching this on YouTube, which we always post our videos to, Denise, hint, just know that ISN is a community of streamers helping other streamers, make it big. And we're here for all of them and all of you. And just know that. You guys have anything to add?
Oh, it's beautiful.
No? You guys, we're just gonna let him play us out.
Yeah,
You're just gonna
you
sit
guys,
here.
you guys come check back Discord, because hopefully we'll have a picture with some balls in Will's hand.
Yes. Oh, please, God.
We're still waiting on that one. So anyway,
Streamers
Will, you
helping
gonna-
streamers stream their dreams. That's good. I like it.
That's right.
All right. I mean, if you guys got nothing else, man, that's pretty much it. I've spilled my guts, so that's about it.
Yep. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. We always appreciate it. Thank you very much for the donations and bits.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
couldn't be here without you guys.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Do we have I hate to put Denise on the spot. Is she even listening right now? Do we have
Total
a
amount of bits
total
for the night.
Yeah, do we have a total on that, Denise?
I think she said something like 20.
It was over $20, between $20 and $30 just tonight. And I'm gonna
Yeah,
give
you
her
guys
like
are fucking
4
awesome.
more seconds.
Thank
But yeah,
you.
that's fucking crazy. And I'm sorry, I didn't know what that was when we first started. So if you guys don't know what that was, apparently every single bit is a penny. And
Mhm.
so Connor himself, look at that. That's more. There we go. O-Town with the 100 bits
That's
right
right.
there.
It helps
thank
keep
you.
the lights on, guys. That's for sure.
It really does. That's amazing. And Connor with I know Connor specifically. So let me check in. Wasn't he our number one? Yeah. Top cheer by Connor, 1,000. So that's
$10.
crazy. Yeah, that's $10. That's that Winkin Kappa.
Yeah, Wayne King Kappa, though.
Yeah. All right, boys. All right, well, I think we're gonna call it. And
Yeah.
hits me 401. You came in right at the end. We're just saying goodbye. But while you're here, check out our come hang out in Discord after, because I think a few of us are gonna be there afterwards, and
We will.
we'll hang out. Surf's gonna go take care of his baby, and we're gonna take it easy. So you guys have a good one, and we'll see you. Bye.
Have a
See
good
you
night.
guys. Take care.